I set it up for him, but he wanted to wait. No friend of mine. Oh, ain't that bad, man.
I Madwa, Panya, Jerusalem, Santa Fe, Jerusalem. Okay, read everything. The blessing of the Sabbath. Barakata Yahweh. Bahasham. Yahweh Asherah. Netanel. Hashabah Shalom. The water. In the name of Yahweh Shai, that give to us the Sabbath in peace. Thank you. So be it. Psalm 121. The island Maha Ashara Akkad. Anya Harayam Yunimya Ahariam Mahayan Yabu'a Isaiah Yabu'a Mayahawa, Shashah, Shamayam, or Ratiza, La Adathan, Lamawat, Yala A, Yenowum, Shashamarka, Ana, La A, Yenowum, Wala A, Yayashan, Shashomar, Yasharala, Yahawa, Shamaria, Yahawa, Tazalia, Ahim, Yad, Yamyanya, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Hakaya, Wayarak, La'a, Balayala, Yahawa, Yashamaria, Makal, Rai, Yashamar, Napashia, Yahawa, Yashamar, Hawalakia, Wabaya, Maita, Wa'aid, Iwalam, Basham, Yahawashai, Tawada, Aman.
Psalm 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, even forevermore.
Amen. Hear Israel, Shema Yasharella. Shammai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Alahainawa, Yahweh, Akkad. Shammai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Alahainawa, Yahweh, Akkad. Shammai, Yasharella, Yahweh, Alahainawa, Yahweh, Akkad.
Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord.
Amen. The Lord's Prayer, Yahweh Tapala. Abiyanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Aba'ah, Ratizawanka, Haya, Aisha, Baratiza, Ka, Bashemayim, Netananawa, Lakam, Yawom, Za, Wasalaknanawa, Kawabwatinawa, Kasalaknawa, Kawabwatinawa, Wala'a, Abiyanawa, Al, Nasaya 1, Abal, Hawashinawa, Marai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Wa'ala, Waha, Tapa, Arat, Loai Walam, Amen.
Matthew 6 and 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
Amen. The Ten Commandments, Aishara, Mataza what? La'a, Yahaya, Laka, Alahayim, Akarim, Ipanya, La'a, Daisha, Laka, Pasal, Wala'a, Dwaibidam, La'a, Telakwakat, Shamwa, Yahweh, Alahayaka, Lashua, Zakar, At, Hayawam, Hashabat, Lakodashwa, Kabad, Abaka, Wa'amaka, La'a, Teratizak, La'a, Tana'ap, La'a, Takanab,
Takanab,
La'a,
La'a,
Daina,
Daina,
Shakor,
Shakor,
La'a,
La'a,
Sakamad,
Zakaman,
Kal,
Kal,
Asherah,
Asherah,
Laraika,
Laraika,
Aman.
Aman. Exodus 20 and 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me, and keep my commandments. I shall not take the name of the Lord thy power in vain. For the Lord will not hold him guiltless not to give his name in vain. Remember the Sabbath day, and keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his maidservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's. Amen.
Amen. Yeshua, be seated. Barakatah Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Asherah, Nathanawa, Harya, Hakapan, the water, Aman, La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh At Yasha'ala. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yah, give to us the fruit of the vine. Thank you. So be it to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh with Israel. Imadwa Panya, Jerusalem. Stand and face Jerusalem. Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Hagadal,
Hakadar,
Rakawam,
Rakawam,
Abiyah,
Abiyah,
Wanara'ah,
Wanawa'ah,
Aliyawan,
Aliyawan,
Malak,
Malak,
Shal,
Shah,
Shamayam,
Shamayim,
Waratazah,
Barakata,
Wakal,
Wakal,
Dabarim,
Dabar,
Kayayam,
Kayam,
Wagam,
Wagam,
Amashiach,
Amashiach,
Mayahawa,
Mayahaw,
Hadawanawa,
Hagawanaw,
Ahabnawa,
Ahabnaw,
Hapalah,
Apalah,
Yeraitazah,
Yawaitazah,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
Zakarnawa,
Zakarnaw,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Baratazawan,
Baratazawan,
Imka,
Imka,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Izarna,
Izarna,
Bana,
Bana,
Wasap,
Wasap,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Al,
Nanawa,
Nanawa, Yamyan,
Yamyan,
Aitha,
Aitha,
Kayawamyam,
Kayawamyam,
Makodam,
Makodam,
Babakasha,
Babakusha,
Shalak,
Shalak,
Maaka'ala,
Mayaka'ala,
Watazawadak,
Watazwadak,
Alahayam,
Alahayim,
La,
La,
Maganawa,
Maganaw,
Rapanawa,
Rapanaw,
Washamora,
Washamar,
Alnaw,
Anaw,
Baikor,
Baikor,
Shalak,
Shalak,
Haroka,
Haroka,
Shal,
Shal,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Lanawa,
Lanaw,
Lalamadnawa,
Lalamanaw,
Rabiam,
Rabi,
Kakama,
Kakama,
Tabawana,
Tabawana,
Wada'ait,
Wada'ai,
Shal,
Shal,
Dabarka,
Tabarka,
Basham,
Basham,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Tawada,
Tawada,
Tamyad,
Tamyad,
Waiwalam,
Waiwalam,
Aman.
Aman.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, the great, merciful, mighty, terrible, most high power, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, and also the anointed, from Yahweh, our Lord, our friend, the wonderful counselor, Yahweh Shai. Remember us, Yahweh, favorably, your people Israel. Help us build and gather Israel most high. We beg you right now, like the days of old, please send Michael and the righteous powers to protect us, heal us, and watch over us. Mainly send the spirit of Yahushua to us to teach us much wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of thy word in the name of Yahushua. Thank you always and forever. So be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua that give to us the law. Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Basham,
Yahushua,
Yahushai,
Asherah,
Asherah,
Nathanawa,
Talanawa,
Hatawara.
Atawara,
Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua that give to us the light to see. Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Basham,
Yahushua,
Yahushai,
Asherah,
Asherah,
Nathanawa,
Talanawa,
Awar,
Awar,
Larawat.
Larawat.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua that give to us the ram's horn to call the people. Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Basham,
Yahushua, Asherah,
Asherah,
Nathanawa,
Talanawa,
Koran,
Koran,
Haya,
Hayah,
Lakora,
Lakora,
Ha'aim.
Ha'aim.
Blessed are you, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua that give to us the olive oil to anoint Israel. Barakata Yahweh,
Barakata Yahweh,
Ba'asham,
Basham,
Yahushua, Asherah,
Asherah,
Nathanawa,
Talanawa,
Hashaman,
Hashaman,
Zayat,
Zayah,
Lamashak,
Lamashah,
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yashaba, be seated. Shalom, Israel. I'm priest. I'm priest Kahan Yahukanan, and I'll be presiding over the service. And today we're gonna do Mark 6 and 7, and today is October the 6th. And we're coming around to the end of the 7th month, and the 8th month, which is a new moon, is going to be on Monday, October the 8th, on sundown. So we're ending up the 7th month. Yeah, we're coming to the ending of the 7th month. Yeah, we're closing to the end of the 7th month. And the new moon is going to be Monday for the 8th month. That's October the 8th, Monday.
For the 8th month come in, right?
Yeah, for the 8th month to come in.
Right. What day? Monday.
Monday, October the 8th. At sundown of the 8th month.
Sundown. But the date is 7/29. All right.
Yeah.
Sunset.
Yeah.
On Sunday night.
Our feast days are from evening to evening.
Okay.
And the Sabbath services, the Sabbath is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So the Sabbath service morning is Saturday morning. So doing Mark 6 and 7. Those who have the ancient Hebrew New Testament look like this. And we're going to be reading from Mark chapter 6. And those who have it can follow along. We're going to read it in Hebrew first, and then we're going to read it in English. Waya Taza A.
Question on that new moon, right? I'm coming in Monday. So I was looking for the moon all this week. Where was it? I'm gonna reach you.
No, it goes through different phases, and it's going towards the. I mean, now. I have to look at the phases.
When it's black, that's when the new moon starts, right? So it's been black all this week. We're looking for it, y'all. We're looking for it. And I just street. Exactly, she started. So with the new moon that came in a week ago, but what was hiding?
Were the clouds?
I ain't see no clouds. Ain't outside there. We have to bring it.
If you look at it, it's getting darker.
Got look sideways. It's been missing for 3 or 4 days.
Maybe the clouds, maybe you see it now. Well, I have an app here and it shows that it's getting darker.
Let me get that
Right.
We'll think about it.
You can even Google it and check it out because I'm looking at the app right now and it shows that it's getting darker.
So we ain't gonna be able to see it in a couple of weeks either. You said.
Not in a couple of weeks, just in a couple of days, it's going to be black.
Right, but I'm saying after a couple of weeks, it's gonna show itself again, though, right?
Yeah, yes. It's going to start to come.
Right.
But
So
now
it's
they
dark,
call
you
it
still shouldn't see it.
wane. Now it's coming to like 5%, then 1%, and then it's going to be black. Yeah, it goes through their phases.
So, just when we mention this every high holy day, especially not every high holy day, when the Feast of the Tabernacle, Feast of the Passover, when those feasts come in, it's a full moon. So you should see the moon. Right. That's when you be looking for it, because it's going to be a full moon in the middle of the month, on the 15th day. Right. So when you go out and you look up around those days, you're going to see the moon, unless it's cloudy, like it's hazy right now. You can't see anything through the heaven. You're not going to be able to see it if it's like that. But during a regular feast day, like we just came out of the Feast of the Tabernacle, during the opening service, that next day of those 2 days, you would have seen the new moon, the full moon, and you would have seen the light. And then you would have been able to start counting down to the end of the month, like where we are right now, then you've been able to see the phases, to observe it through its transitions. And that's how, and every month is going to be the same thing. In the middle of the month, full moon, and then you go to the third week, you're going to see a quarter of the moon, and as the week goes in, it's like the fourth week, right? Then you start to see it go into its waning cycle, when it starts to wane down, and then you start to see like the crescent, where it's the end of the month, and then it fades out.
Right. But that's why I was looking for a crescent, because the new month about to come in. Right. I was looking for a crescent, I couldn't see a crescent.
Yeah, it's waning crescent now.
15th is the middle of the month.
Right.
So the middle of the month would be like around the ending of the second week.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, right, we blocked out for that. Now we're right there. There's always going to be 30 days on a calendar, 30 days. At least 29. So I got to pay the bill at the 28th of each month. So they'll know the 31st going to come in like Halloween, be 31 days. They calendar.
Okay.
Christmas 31, Thanksgiving, November 31. What's that, 30? I'm 30, I think that's 30, but December 31. But that's somebody's birthday. I know who it is.
All right.
Okay, I'm okay then.
Mr. Mark, you got it? Waya Taza. All right. Masham Waya Ba'a Al Ra Tazawa Wa Ya Lakwa Akar Yawa Sa La Ma Yad Yawa Waba Ya Wom. Yeah, verse 2. Verse 2, yeah. Verse 2. Waba Ya Wom Ha Shabbat Sabbath Ha Kal La Ma no La Mad Baba Yat Ha Ka Na Sat Waya Sha Mai Wa Rabiam Waya Shat Wa Mum Wa La Mar Ma Yan La Za Ka La Wa Ma Ya Ha Ya Ha Ka Ma Ha Na Sa Wa Na La Wa Id, Shara, Na, Aishwa, Gaba, War, Wat, Ka, La, Il, Yad, Yawa, verse 3, Kala, Za, Kawa, Ha, Ka, Rush, Ban, Mar, Yum, Wa, Ya, I, Quab, Wasya, Hawada, Washa, My, One, Waha, La, Ak, Wat, Yawa, At, Nawa, Pa, Haya, Laham, Lama, Kash, Wal, verse 4, Mar, Al, Hum, Hawashai, Yan, Hana, Ba, Na, Kwa, La, Kaya, Ba'a, Ra, Tazawa, Waba, Yan, Kwara, Wab, Yawa, Waba, Ba, Yatwa, verse 5, La'a, Yakal, La, Aish, Wat, Sham, Pa, La, Rak, Il, Ka, Lash, Yum, Ma, Ait, Yum, Sham, At, Yad, Yawa, Ra, Pa, verse 6, Tha, Ma, Il, Ka, Sar, 1, Ama, 1, Thumb, Sab, Ba, Ka, Par, Yum, Saba, Wab, Wala, Mad, verse 7, Kwa, Ra, Al, Shanyam, Ha'ai, Shara, Wa, Kal, La, Lak, Awa, Thumb, Shan, Yam, Wa, Shala, Han, Il, Ra, Ka, Wat, Ha, Ta, should be verse 8. Wa, Tazawa, Wa, Thumb, Shara, La, Shawa, Ma, Wa, Ma, Da, Rock, Zawa, Lat, Ma, Kol, La, Badwa, La, Thara, Ma, Yul, Wa, La, Kum, Wa, Na, Ka, Wat, Bak, ba hag wa ra. Verse 9, ruk la ya la ha ya wat na I wal ya na no sa na dal wa shatya ba tan what la a ya la bashwa. Verse 10, wa ya a mar al ya hum ba ma kwa wom a shara ta ba wa ta ba a wa ba yat a yash shabwa bawa aid kaya ta taza a wa ma sham. Verse 11, wakal ashara la a ya kwa balwa at kam wa la a ya sha maiwa al ya kam taza a wa ma sham wa na aiwa at I par cup what ra ra gal ya come la aid what la hum amon an anya a mar la come la sa dum wa la I ma ra ya qual ba I wom hada yan man ha I yar ha ha ya a. Verse 12, waya taza a waya kwa ra wa la sha wab ba ta ba tas wa ba. Verse 13, waya ga rashwa shad yum rabyam wa ya sa wak wa basha mun ka lash yum rab yum wa ya ra ha wum. Verse 14, wa ya sha mai ail yawa hama lak hawa rad was kaya na wa dai shamwa wa ya a mar yawa ka nan ha ta wa bol kwam man hamat yum wa ail kan ha ail wat bawa ha ga ba war what. Verse 15, wa a kara a ya wa a karium a marwa kaya naba ya hawa a o ka a kud hana ba ya Yum, verse 15. Waya Sha Mai Hawa Rad Was Waya Mar Yawa Kanan Asherah Nakya Na Sha Tha Ya At Ra Ashwa Ma'ail Yawa Hawa Kwam Man Hama Hamat Yum, verse 17. Kaya Hawa Hawa Rad Was La Tha Pash At Yawa Kanan Waya Sa Rawa Baba Yat Hasa Har Bagalal Hawa Ra Wad Yaha Ashat Par Yal Pa Was Ak Yawa Kaya Atha La Kwak La Wa La A Sha, verse 18. Ya Ain Asherah Amar Yawa Kanan Al Hawa Rad Was Ashat Ak Yaka Yan Na Mata Matha Rat Laka, verse 19. Wata Sha Ham Wat Wa Hawa Ra Wad Ya Wata Wa Ta Ba Wash Hama Yat La Ya La, verse 20. Kaya Hawa Rad Was Ya Ra At Yawa Kanan Bada Aitwa Kaya Hawa Ayash Tazada Yak Ka Da Wash Wa Ya Gun Ba Aidwa Wa Ha Ra Ba Aisha Basha Mai Wa Al Yawa Wa Ya Ba La Mai Atwa, verse 21. Waya Ba'a Haya Wom Ha Ma Ka Sha Kaya Hawa Rad Was Baya Wom Hala Dat Atwa Aisha Ma Shatha Laga Da Wal Yawa Wala Shar Ya Ha Ha'a Lap Yum Wala Ra Ash Ya Ha Ga La Yal Verse 22, Wathaba'a, Bat Hawa Ra Wad Ya Wata Ra Quad Watha Ya Tab Ba'ai Yanya Hawa Rad Was Waba I Yanya Hama Sab Yum Aimwa Waya Mar Hama Lak Al Hana Ira Sha Alwa Manya At Ashra Tha Ka Patizaya Wa Tan Laka. Verse 23, Waya Shabai Laha La Mar Kal Ashra Tha Sha Alia Manya Atan Laka Aid Katizaya Ma Lak Watya. Verse 24, Wata Taza Wata I Mar La Asha Al Wa Tha Mar At Ra Ash Yawa Kanan Hamata Ba Yal. Verse 25, Wa Tha Ma Har Ma Ad Laba Wa Al Hama Lak Wa Tha Sha Al La Mar Ratazawanya Ashara Tha Tan Laya Aitha Bakwa I Ra At Ra Ash Yawa Hanan Hamata Ba Yal. Verse 26, Waya Tha I Tazab Hama Lak Ma Ad Ak Ba Aib War Hasha Ba Wa I Waha Ma Sab Yum Aimwa La Ra Tazaha La Ha Sha Yab Han Yah Ha. Verse 27, Wama Yad La no, Shalak Hama Lak Akad Hata Bak Yum Waya Taza Wa Laha Ba Ya At Ra Ayat At Ash Wa Baba Sahar wa ya wa bakwa I ra ya wa sa na wa la na I ra wa ha na I ra na sa na at wa la na al maha. Verse 29, wa ya sha maiwa la no tala my yad yawa wa ya ba awa wa ya shaiwa at gawa yatwa wa ya sha yam wa ha ba ko rab. Verse 30, wa ya kwa ha halwa hasha la yak yam al ya hawashai wa ya ga yadwa lawa at kal ashra aishwa wa at ashra lamad lamadwa. Verse 31, wa ya mar al yaham ba awa atham laba dad al ma kwa wom ka ra ba wa na wak wa ma ait kaya rab rabiam ha wa ha no ha ya wa haba yam wa ha ya taza yam aid la yan no la yan at no ait kaham la ka wal. Verse 32, wa ya lakwa ma sham ba na ya al ma kwa wam kara ba la ba dad. Verse 33, wa ha ma one ra wa thum ya taza yum wa ya ka ya ra wa rock yum wa ya ra watiza wa sha ma ba ra gal ya hum malak ha I yum wa ya I barwa wa thum wa ya sapwa al yawa. Verse 34, wa ya taza'a ya hawashai wa ya ra'a hama wan I'm ra ham wa my yawa il ya ham kaya ha ha yawa bataza an ashra a yan la ham ra I wa ya kal la mad awa thum da bar yum ha ra ba. Verse 35, wa ya haya ka ashra ra pa ha ya wom la I ra wab wa ya gashwa al yawa salama yad yawa la mar hana hama kwa wam ka rab wa ha ya wom rad ma ad. Verse 36, shalak awa thum wa ya lakwa al ha ka tazar yam wa ha ka wa ha ka par yam masa ba yab la kwan wat la kam kaya ayan la ham ma la a kal. Verse 37, waya ein waya a mar al yaham tan tanwa asam laham la a ka la waya a mar wa alia wa ha na lak wa kwan wat lakam bama at yom daya nar wa na san laham la a ka la. Verse 38, wa ya a mar al yaham ka ma ka shar wat la ham la kam yash la kam lakwa wa ra awa wa ya daiwa wa ya a marwa ka mash wa sham wa wa shanya dag yam. Verse 39, wa ya tazawa awa san la shabat kalam kaba ra kaba ra laba da ail ya rock hada was no hada sha. Verse 40, waya shabwa laham sha shawar what shawar what lama la mai what la wa la ka mash yam. 41, waya kwak at ka ma shat ka kar what la ha la kam wa at shanya hadag yam wa ya sha I yan yawa hasha ma ya ma wa ya ba rak wa ya pa was at ha la kam wa ya san la sa la ma yad yawa la sha wam la pan ya ham wa at shan ya hadag yam ka lak la ka lam. Verse 42, waya a kal wa ka lam waya sha baiwa. Verse 43, waya sha wa man hapa ta wat yam ma la au sa sal yam shan yam a shara wa gum man had hadag yam. Verse 44, wa ha a kal yam man hala kam ha ha ya wa ka ka ma shat Alapya, Ayash, verse 45, Wa Akarya, Kan Ha'ai Yatiza, Bata La Ma Yad Yawa La Ra Dat Ba Na Ya Wala Aib War La Pan Yawa Al Aibar Ha Yam Al Bayat Haza Ya Da Aid Shalakwa At Ha'aim, verse 46, Wa Ya Haya Akar Shalakwa A Thum Wa Ya Ail Ha Ha Ra La Ha Ta Ha Lal, verse 47, Wa Ya Haya I Rab Wa Ha Na Ya Ba Ba Sa Wak Hayam Wa La Badwa Ba Ya Ba Sha, verse 48, Wa Ya Raha Awa Thum Mata I Mal Yam Basha Wa Thum Kaya Ha Roka La Na Ga Dum Wa Ya Haya Ka Ait Ha Sha Ma Rat Ha Ra Ba Yai Yat Wa Ya Ba Al Yaham Ma Ta Ha Hal Ail Panya Ha Yam Wa Ya Wa Al La Aib War La Pan Yaham, verse 49, Wa Ham Ba Ra A Thum Atwa Ma Sa Mata Ha Lak Ail Panya Ha Yam Ka Shabwa Kaya Mara Ah Ra Roka Hawa Wa Ya Taza Aikwa, verse 50, Kaya Lakam Ra Wa Ya Ba Halwa Az Dabar Atham Wa Ya Mar Al Yaham Ka Zakwa Kaya Anya Hawa Al Sa Ya Rawa, verse 51, Wa Ya Rad Al Yaham Al Na Ya Wa Kar Ka Shaka Ka Wa Ya Shat Wa Mam Wa I Wad Yahwa Thar Ba La Ba Bum no Ba La Ba Bum Waya Ta Ma Wa Da Bar Kar Wat Kala Kum Ma Hanya Ta Mat Wom Laba Bum Wa Ya I Bar Wa At Ha Yum Wa Ya Ba Arwa A Ka Taza Ha Gana Ya Sai Wa Ya Kwa Rab Wa Al Haya Ba Sha Wa Ya Haya Ba Taza A Thumb Man Ha A Na Ya Az Ha Ka Ya Ra Wa for 65 Wa Ya Ra Watizawa Bakal Saba Yab Wat Ya Hum Waya Kalwa Lasha At Ha Ka Wal Yam Ba Ma Sha Kab Wat Kal no, Al Kal Makwa Wam Ashura Sha Maiwa Kaya Sham Hawa'a verse 56 last verse Gabar Malak Gabar,
Yes,
how are you, my brother?
I'm doing great. I'm waiting for you to finish the last verse.
Wa Bakal Makwa Wam Ashura Ya Ba'a Al Kaka Par Yam Au Al Ha I no Ha I Yam Wa Al Hashad Wat Sham Shamwa At Haka Wal Yam Ba Ka Watiza Wat Wa Ya Tha Ka Nanwa La Wa Kaya Ya Gaiwa Rock Ba Taza Ya Wat Ba Gadwa Wa Ha Ya Kal Ashara Na Gaiwa Bawa Wa Na Wa Shaiwa.
Hello.
Malak. There you go. Yeah, come again. The practice.
I don't understand this.
Yeah? Yeah?
I don't understand this.
Yeah, I give you the alphabet and then you can practice with that.
You got any more of those? You need the doctor to get later on.
Later on. So,
Oh, yeah.
so going to the English now. Were you following along?
Oh, yeah, I'm right here. I'm right with you. I ain't- right here. That's very good. That's good.
It starts with the alphabet. Once you get the alphabet and the ancient Hebrew, it's all the connection, so it helps you get the words together. All right. Mark chapter 6, verse 1. And he, this is Jesus Christ, went out from thence and came into his own country. And his disciples followed him. So his disciple, going with him. All right. So verse 2 now, it says, and when the Sabbath day was come, with the Sabbath is Friday sundown, the sundown, that the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue. So when you talk about, coming up and I learned that, Jesus Christ, Christianity and everything like that. So it kind of disconnect who Jesus is and his nationality and what he did and the work that he did and the laws that he kept. So he teach in the synagogue where, our people, the Israelites, worship. And many hearing him were astonished, saying, from whence had this man these things? So even the scribes and the Pharisees and the elders and everything, so he's breaking down scriptures and everything to them. Because in a normal sense, they would come up to the priests and the scribes and the Pharisees and teaching them so they can oh yeah, they taught him. But he's the word of God. So they kind of, here they questioning, you know, where did he able to, have this man these things to give them all this breakdown? And what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works are wrought by his hand? So they start to question his knowledge and breakdowns because he taught. uh, get the something real quick. So verse, I link up quick. For verse 2, Malak, read Matthew 7:29.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Say that again, Matthew.
Start from 28.
Matthew chapter
Hold on. One second.
8.
7, boy.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 8.
Hold on.
We should hold up.
Yes, go ahead, read it now.
And it came to pass, when Jesus had ended these things, the people were astonished at his doctrine. For he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes.
So that's how he taught. That someone has authority, not has the scribes. So they, normally, the understanding how he's breaking down the scriptures and teaching them. So they're like, how do you know all these stuffs? Like he's teaching differently than how the scribes teach. Yeah. To verse 3, is not this the carpenter's son, the son of Mary, the brother of Jesus and Joseph, and of Judah and Simon? Are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him. So they, saying that, he's a carpenter, Mary, son, and so on and so forth. He said reflecting, instead of like reflecting upon his teaching and his breaking down and the understanding of scriptures and so on and so forth, they question that he's a carpenter,
What they named all his brothers and sisters.
Yeah, his brothers, and so they were like, in a sense, that questioning his knowledge. Yeah.
They named his sisters.
So they're just, looking into all of that. Instead of getting the understanding and the breakdown and knowledge of the scriptures and say this is beautiful. So, but Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country and among his own kin and in his own house. So of his own kindred and his own house, they honor him as a prophet. So when he's going out there, so they can, since they were offended and not, give him that high honor, is that they question his legitimacy, because he said no, that he's a carpenter and he grew up around them and they know his family, and they're questioning that. So that's what it says. They were offended at him.
That's why carpenters get so much money, you know it? Yeah. Where did it come from?
So he spoke with authority and breaking it down. Consummate.
On that precept that you pulled in Matthew 7, it says, he spoke with authority, but not as the scribes.
Yes.
Right? When it talks about not as the scribes, because you know in Matthew's, Yahushua said that the Pharisees and scribes sit in Moses' seat. Right? So they're the ones who are pretty much the leaders of the people at that time.
Yeah.
Right? And he told them, whatever they say, do, but don't follow after their works. Right?
Yeah.
So they had that position of authority. But when Yahushua spoke, he didn't speak like how they taught. it was a different thing than what the people had already been hearing. So when you heard him speak, it was like, all right, he didn't go to the school and get taught by the elders, and they taught him. This is somebody who just came on the scene, and he just started dropping. And then when he spoke, when he read the scripture in Isaiah, he was prophesying about himself.
Yeah.
And he said, "This day the scripture is fulfilled in your ears." So when you hear it, it's like, yo, who is this guy? Where did, number one, where did he get this wisdom? How is he speaking like that? Because they had never heard anybody speak or teach in that manner. So when it compares him to the scribes, it's like, look, he supersedes what everybody else was receiving.
Yeah.
And then remember when the Most High put James, John, and Peter on the mount with Yahushua, and then he had the spirit of Elias and Moses come back, right?
Yeah.
The Most High had to present and say, look, these are great figures that everybody will read the scriptures to go and get understanding from prophecies and history from them.
Yeah.
But the Most High was like, nah, this is my son. He, him, right?
Yeah.
So he's now different from everybody.
Yeah.
Right? Any of those who was there in the flesh, those from the past, he was better than all of them. So now they had to kind of hear that, and then you had people who didn't believe, but then you had some who was like, damn, the way in which he's bringing out these verses, I ain't never heard nobody talk like that.
Yeah.
I never heard nobody bring it out with such power and such force the way he's bringing it out, such clarity. It's like, dang, it makes me think either I'm going to feel offended or I'm not going to feel offended. Like it's a different vibration.
Yeah, and is that he's like under the order of Melchizedek, no?
Also, got a link up.
Verse.
Verse
2.
And also, and we see that he says in Mark 6:1, where it's talking about his own country. Right? Mark 6:1.
Yeah.
In his own country.
Yeah, own country.
So Yahushua was not. I mean, where it says his own country, what country we think about?
Jerusalem.
No,
Yeah.
What city?
Because he was born in
Israel. Bethlehem.
No.
He was born in Bethlehem,
Yeah.
right? That's why you would think that's his country. He was born there, but remember, the Mosai sent the angels to warn him to leave.
Yeah.
So when he grew up in Nazareth. So his own country now is referring to as Nazareth, not Bethlehem.
Yeah, he shall be called a Nazarene, right?
So let's go to Luke. Luke, the 2nd chapter. Let's see. Luke 2. And we're gonna read 49 and 52. Actually 48. When Yahushua left to do his own experience, he left his parents to go on his journey to do the Most High's service, to teach and to do the work. And they were looking for him, and they were worrying about him, but they didn't know where he was. Right?
This one he's little. He has to be little. Okay, thank you.
So let's go to there is Luke 2 and 48. It says, and when they saw him, they were amazed, and his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Why hast thou dealt with us? Behold, why hast thou thus dealt with us? So when he came, they were looking for him, and they were worrying about him, and they said, why you deal with us like that? Why you just get up and leave like that? You can't do that. You know, we looking for you everywhere, and you know, you don't do that, right? So you know, this is a father reprimanding, you know, their children, like fathers do, parents do. So verse 49, this is, behold thy father. 48 again, it says, behold thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing, right? It said, and he said unto them, how is it that you sought me?
Yes.
Right? It said, was ye not that I must be about my father's business?
You know about that?
Right. So that's the answer he gave them, right? It says, and they understood not the saying which he spake unto them. So they didn't really understand what he was talking about, because they know they their parent. They the parent.
Right.
So what father he's talking about?
Right.
Right? So we here, and this man said, I must be about my father's business. What is he saying? But they didn't quite understand what he was saying.
I'm surprised his pop didn't get a belt out.
Right?
What's wrong?
And it says, and he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject unto them. Right now he was subject unto them. So he was under their subjection. So you my kids.
Yeah,
So he was under their kids, my house. Right. And it says, but his mother kept all these saying in her heart. So everything that he was saying, the mother kept that to mind. Right? The mother kept everything to mind. Right?
We are for the loudspeaker, just telling people what's going on about God in the scriptures.
Right.
And the parents gonna follow him off the light.
Right. So everything that he was doing, she took heed of it. She really observed what he's doing.
Right.
But then deturned from doing it.
Well,
So,
he can do something when he get older.
right.
But right now, you put more down there.
Right.
No,
Verse 52.
that parent.
Right. And Yahweh shall increase in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and man. So that's where the amazement came with when he was teaching in the synagogue. How they were amazed at his doctrine. He amazed everybody. Right, so he amazed everybody because in his experience he grew in wisdom and knowledge and understanding.
Yep.
Okay. Zakar.
Let me ask y'all this. So he was a kid right here, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and he got older back here at the end. Okay, was he a kid right there? Yeah, he was a kid right here in Luke. Okay, he got a little bit older back here, like Luke, John.
No, in the same books, he got older.
Okay, just growing up.
Yeah, that's just one
That's-
particular verse. That's just one verse. The next chapter, he could have gotten older already. Because what you have to realize is the dispensation of time.
Okay.
Sometimes, and that's about the Bible, where you read somewhere here, and then the next chapter, next verse, years could have went by.
Okay,
That's
had
what-
to.
Yeah, years have gone by, and you can tell by the context of the verses that's been read that now he's not a young someone, now he's of age, and even like when you start from other books, he's already grown. Like the first chapter, he's already grown. Depends on
So
where the story is. Exactly.
So verse 42, same in Luke 2nd, he said that he's 12 years old.
Okay, that's why I asked, was he a kid always too?
That's why
He was
sometimes
12.
people will get caught up and say, oh, what happened to all these years that they don't mention? When you were a kid, nobody really paid attention to that. Until you start rising up and start doing something amazing, then people start seeing it.
He was a kid right here. Okay, all right.
Yeah, he was 12.
Right. Then the next chapter, and in the next chapter, 7.
No, that's Luke.
Yeah, Luke 2.
240. Oh, yeah, Professor.
Yeah.
48.
Yeah, that's what it is. No,
Yeah.
I asked you.
Yeah, Luke
not
2. No, Luke,
A
yeah.
couple verses before that.
Yeah, verse 42. Luke 2:42.
Okay.
Because it was 12.
Yeah, there you go, 12 years old.
Right. And then the next chapter, he's not 12 no more.
Now it's the 15th year, now he's 15. You know, first week now in the 15th year of the reign of Cyrus, Caesar, and these words I can't pronounce. So I guess he's 15 then.
No. The 15th year of the reign of the king.
Right.
He reigned for 15 years.
I ain't doing it right. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, Isaiah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to verse 5. Mark 6, verse 5.
Okay, Mark, see.
And he could there do no mighty work, save that he laid his hands upon a few sick folk and healed them, because of the faith of the people there. He did a few healing, because it's like the faith of the people. It's like, let me see if I can get the right quote.
What's up? Yeah. Right there, you got- yeah.
Small, somebody get like holy body or something.
Turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off.
So he can hide again.
You know, ask about that, you got that for the back of the chair. You appreciate it.
Just turn that off.
Help you out, right?
It's okay? Because it's not yours.
Ain't that big.
So
Slip off.
You won't put it on, you just go back.
yeah, because the people, the faith is like, your faith. So the people were offended. So your faith that you believe I can, this is like, I didn't find the exact verse what I was looking for, but I was looking at Matthew chapter 8, verse 13, and Jesus said unto the centurion, go thy way as thou hast believed,
Right.
so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self same hour. So people believe, believe they get healed. So the few that believe that he healed them, a few sick folk, but the people were offended at him. Kahan Sama.
Right. For one was faith was used that wasn't the previous chapter. Mark 5:34.
Oh, that's a Mark.
Yeah, Mark 5:34, where it
What's that?
says, and he
Verse
said unto
5.
her, daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
Mark 5.
5:34. So when you in your hometown, if people view you a certain way, it's going to be hard for people to have, I was trying to say it's hard for you to have that honor in your own town. Right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it said country. When you read
Yeah.
country, you'll think of Israel as a country, or Iran as a
Yeah.
country, or these places a country, but country in terms of the scriptures is not always the same that way.
Yeah.
It's really talking about a region within that country, right? So it'll tell you like the country of Judea. Well, Judea is within Israel, within Jerusalem, so it's not like the whole thing. It's just they're talking about the region within that specific area. They'll talk about the country of Samaria. Well, that's in the northern portion of it. So that's just a different region within Israel. So where Yahushua was from, he didn't get that honor. So they didn't have the faith. So without faith, it's going to be hard for you to believe his word, as well as to even get healed. Right? That's what this one was showing, that the woman, she was healed from her plague because of her faith.
Yeah.
So if you don't have faith in Yahushua, then it's not going to be that you're going to get healed from him.
No, he can. Yeah, he can do it if you want, but it's the faith. The faith that yes, he can do it. Verse 6, and he marveled because of their unbelief, because they're questioning the carpenters, He's a carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of this, you know. And he went round about the villages teaching. And I just want to get one scripture. I'm gonna get it real quick. If I say it out, somebody's gonna get it.
What is it? Matthew 13:58?
No, I'll find it.
I found it. Go ahead.
Verse Matthew 8:10. Verse, where should I click? Verse 6, I can link it to. So, Carl, you can read that.
Matthew 8:10. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily, I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel.
Now, does that mean that guy was not an Israelite?
No, this is a centurion.
Right, so I'm saying he wasn't an Israelite. That's why Jesus said, I ain't found such great faith in Israel. That means that guy was not an Israelite who he just healed.
Yeah, because the servant, I was thinking that the servant would be an Israelite servant. But he had such faith. He had faith in Jesus Christ that is like he know that because he's a man of authority, and he know, you know, that Christ is, he's not worthy for Christ to come there. So just say it. And
so the question is, was this man who had this authority, was he an Israelite or not? That's what the question.
Yeah, I believe that he's an Edomite. Okay. Because he's a centurion, well, and he's sold.
If there's no evidence there, you say there's no evidence.
Yeah, I would think as a centurion, I think in charge of 100 soldiers, right, in the Roman army.
He could have been a black cop.
I would think it's an Edom. I would think it's an Edomite.
Well, based on the context of the statement, I ain't find that in Israel. So if he was an Israelite cop, then we would have found it in Israel. It would have been him.
Yeah.
That's what I was basing my question.
So he wasn't Israelite.
He wasn't Israelite. Now the servant. It don't say what the servant was.
Yeah.
But that proves that he gave blessings to other races of people.
I mean, to the lady like the Matthew 50.
In the next chapter.
Yeah, we don't go back to that.
It's in Mark 7.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He can't do it, you know. But, you know, the crumbs that falls on the master's, you know. They'll get the crumbs, but not the bread, you know.
Right. It's funny. In context of even today, it's like we was talking during the feast a couple of weeks ago, during Purim, what we used to do when we was in Jersey. We used to go to the homeless shelter. We would go and everybody would, for like a month, get up some victuals, get up whatever necessities, what it is, put it in the thing, and then we find a shelter that predominantly was filled with Israel. And we go to the shelter, we distribute food, and we sit, talk to the families, talk to the sisters, the kids, everything else. Now we distribute the food. Our intention is to go and give it to Israel, but you can't not think that it may not be any heathen there. So we're going to say, oh nah. We only here to give to Israel. Oh, you can't get so-called this, that, and the third. I got They're gonna get the crumbs. They're gonna get the food as well. But our intention is to give it to Israel. So that's what Yahushua was saying. Like, look, I was only sent to Israel, right? But he did give crumbs here and there.
Because even when we're teaching out there, we're teaching like a heathen might come up. And we teach them something, but we really want to speak to our people, because that's our intention. It's beneficial to our people. So the word is out there. The Most High gave us the instructions, even Matthew you know, 10, 5, and 6, go to Israel. Don't go anywhere else. No, not the Gentiles or the Samaritan. But if they hear it, they hear it. But it's a benefit Israel. Samar.
Now, keep in mind the blessings that was given to this servant by way of his centurion, blessing that was given to the woman that we're going to read in Mark 7. This came because of what happened with Yahushua came because of one perfect thing, whereas they understood who Yahushua was and what he was here for, right? Same thing with the woman. This man, when you read the story about this centurion, he was a person who said, look, I got people that come and go and listen to me, obey me. Mm-hmm. But I don't even feel, he didn't even come to see Yahushua. He was like, listen, I don't even feel I'm worthy to come stand in your presence. He sent somebody to go talk to Yahushua. Now, what was monumental about that is we was enslaved, we was in captivity at the time, right? We wasn't a high authority, right? Israel was the lower authority, right? So we here on the base. Here's a man that is in the army that controls 100 people. And he like, look, he believed in Yahushua and heard in everything he's doing. Because Yahushua went around teaching what? The kingdom of heaven is at hand. He wasn't saying it to everybody. He was saying it to Israel. Right. But still, what this man represented, he believed in him. He heard all the words and was like, yo, this guy is somebody. This guy is the one that they've been talking about. So you'll have that even now today, where you have brothers out there teaching like how the brother brought out, where you're going to have even heathens is going to come up. It ain't going to be a lot, but you're going to have heathens going to come up and stand and listen to what's being taught. And some are going to sit there and be like, you know what? These brothers is right. We are the ones that did such and such, and they are. What do we need to do to repent? What do I need to get? And that's why you'll see some people bow down and lick up the dust of their boots. Because that spirit is on them where they realize that everything that this person is saying, the spirit confesses. So in this context, it wasn't that we just willy-nilly going out there and just saying, hey, I want to do this for this person. I'm going to get him. Nah. These people was in the spirit and the zone to understand who Israel is, who Yahushua is, in comparison to them. It wasn't just, let's just go and do such and such. Nah, that wasn't the storyline. In both cases, you'll see the same exact thing.
Well, he didn't, I thought he directly talked to Yahushua.
Nah, when you read it, it seems that when you read it, but when you go into the other gospel, he says, listen, he couldn't come and stand before him. He sent somebody. He sent a servant to go and talk to Yahushua. Yeah. And then Yahushua did. He's like, before you even get back to tell him what I said, the servant gonna already be here. That's how it happened.
Well, total nonsense.
That
was said too. They probably write that in the book.
Also, if you read Proverbs 16 and 4, Proverbs, you got to look at the bigger picture of everything, right? That's why it's always good to know the basic and the foundation of who Yahushua came. So when we read scripture like this, you would never, waver from left to right, because now we already understand the basics. Who Yahushua came from the get-go. Right? So when we read that, the Most High created everything for himself, for his purpose, right? Even the wicked for the days of evil. So everything belongs to the Most High. I was just quoting.
Oh, okay.
Everything belongs to the Most High. And I hit you with this one, right? Like John Samaki usually said.
What's the Proverbs one again?
Esau? Right? Esau, right? I got it right here. Esau, when you look at it, Esau is Jacob's brother.
Right.
To begin with. Right, but out of that, there's a separation, and the Most High set the boundaries, and he tells you how everything should be done. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. But if you were to refer to Esau, what would you refer to Esau to? As a brother. If you're in family, no matter how much you hate your brother, you would say that's my brother, right? But the bigger picture is, this is not for Esau, right? The hierarchy, how the Most High set up the family of Jacob, is a whole different story. So it goes with Jacob and everybody else come after.
Yeah, because Esau, he plays his part.
Right.
And he's doing his part, to be over us and living by the sword. He's playing his part very good. But we have to do like our part for Israel as Israelites.
Right.
All right. Verse 7.
Okay.
And he called unto him the 12, which is the 12 disciples, and began to send them forth by two and two. Like this morning, I got little lost out there, wrong exit and everything like that. So I see people out there, walking around with Bible and tracts, and they're going out two by two, not just singly. They're going out two by two, to help each other go out there and teach whatever they're teaching. So the disciple went two and gave them power over unclean spirits and commanded them that they should take nothing for their journey save a staff only. They have a staff, no script, no bread, no money in their purse. Because in their purse, in their bag. A little, don't take all this stuff. Verse 9, but be shod wearing with sandals. Just have their sandals on. And not put on two coats. And he said unto them, in what place soever ye enter into an house, there abide till ye depart from that place. So you go to the house and you stay and you teach them there. Verse 11, and whoso, hey,
Going back to verse 8, where it says, but their journey says staff only, no script. Everybody knows the meaning. It says no script, right?
is it
three words later. No script.
verse 8?
Dictionary.
Verse 8.
Get the meaning of script from the dictionary.
That's the last time.
Well, as he's getting the definition, but keep in mind, this is now a building of faith for the disciples, right? Because now they're about to go out on a journey, and he's setting the bounds of what they can travel with. Normally, when you're traveling, you want to make sure you got everything you need. Sometimes, brother got suitcases and all kind of stuff. I'm one who will overpack, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, look, when you go, don't take nothing else but your staff. Yep. Have your shoes, your sandals, and one garment, right? It says, or one coat. So it says, no script, no bread, no money in your purse. So it's like, well, wait, what we going to eat, right? How many different pair of clothes I'm going? Like, what's going on? Like, what happens if my coat get all messed up and I need another one? And what's going on? How do you travel that way, right? So remember, this is your house way.
Yeah.
And throughout the different experiences with Yahushua, you begin to understand what things he can control, or what things the Most High has control over, right? Where we rely so much on our own selves to provide for ourselves, we don't really realize that everything that we have comes from the Most High Yahushua anyway, right? By way of what they feel we should have at certain points in time. So I'm going to get Matthew's, the 6th chapter. You get the definition? Not in there? Nope.
Is that a written thing? What to say?
What you got in there? What page? It says look up dress. Oh, look up dress? Okay, I'm looking for the word.
Hold on, let me get that.
So it has something to do with clothes.
No.
It says look up dress. So we want to Matthew, the 6th chapter.
Okay, we'll get this. Okay.
and the 25th verse. You know, you got it. So Matthew 6:25.
Hold on, 16.
It says, therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, nor yet for your body, what ye shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment? Behold, the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? And why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. Then yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Wherefore, if Yahweh so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? So this is now the building up of your faith. So in the same capacity, how the Most High takes care of all the things that may seem to be insignificant to us, right? How the birds eat, how this eat, how the grass becomes blooming. The Most High controls all of that. But he says we way more important than that. So why would we take so much care and consideration into it and not just rely on the Most High, who's sending us on the mission? He'll take care of it. So when you go out, and like you say, you come into a house, you start dropping the word, what's going to happen? Yo, won't you stay? Stay here. Tarry with us a little bit longer, because I got more questions. You like, I got you. We're going, hey, babe, go start cooking some food. They go to food right there.
Yeah.
What you need? You need anything? I got extra coke for you. You need money? We'll give you some money, right? People will provide for you as you on your journey. And that's all by way of the Spirit, right? The Most High, Yahweh says, he that receive a prophet in the prophet's name is going to get a prophet's reward, right? So even them, as they're now doing the same thing, they're saying, listen, you can stay in my house. I'll feed you, cook, whatever you need, I'll provide. They getting a reward, right? As you receiving these things for doing the work, they're also going to receive a reward as well. Same thing as if you receive a righteous man, you're going to receive a righteous man reward, right? So the Most High has all this in perfect control of how he wants it to go. But the key objective is to do the work, right? So Yahweh is telling us, y'all gonna go 2 by 2. Don't take nothing, right? Your script is like a latch or something that you would take food and stuff in.
A bag.
Yeah, like a bag that you would take provisions in, right? So now he said, don't even take that. So now you ain't got no money. You don't have no purse to put it in. You don't have no script to put food and stuff in. You only taking 1 coat. You got your staff with your sandals. Go. Right. So now they got to go out 2 by 2, and they rolling with sometimes with y'all shots. Sometimes they on their own. Right. So then as you go on your journey, if you ain't got none of this stuff, how are you going to eat? But if the Most High take care of it. Right. And that's what you'll see from time to time when you read the Gospels and also in the books or the letters of Paul, where they went out and some people begged them that they would stay with them or tarry there for a while, where the people would take care of them.
Yeah. And how we used to live back then, we were very hospitable people, in the sense where today it's a dog-eat-dog world. You know, if I have this money, I'm trying to, hide it as much as I can for my own good, and I can spare this with you. If you come, you become a problem to me. So it wasn't like that. If you go there, they know you're doing the Most High service, like Kahan Samai said, people will be glad, to receive you and give you food. And what do you want to eat? You want to stay over? The same thing that Kahan Samai said. Very hospitable, and it was more easier to believe Yahushua then than so today. Today it's all about what you got.
I just want to read this quickly. I'm not going to even write it down too much. 2 Kings 4 and 9. 2 Kings 4 and 9. And she said unto her husband, Behold, now I perceive that this is an holy man of God, which passeth by us continually. Verse 10. Let us make a little chamber, I pray thee, on the wall, and let us set for him there a bed, and a table, and a stool, and a candlestick. And it shall be when he cometh to us that shall turn in thither. Yeah, I might as well write it down.
And you see, that's how the natives, when they came here, the northern tribe, that's how they were able to get taken advantage of, because they welcome people when they come in. They'll be ready to help you and to share what they have. And even Christopher Columbus testified on it. Right? He said, these people, if you have to be there to see them, they have no sense of God with them, no trickery. They receive you and they give you, they share what they have.
Yup, being nice to them. Then he turned back and killed them all. Yup. They weren't even thinking like that. That's how white man think.
We're still here.
Like me say that.
Somebody here, but they ain't on their land.
Right.
They still here.
They're still here. Native Americans are still here.
Yeah, but they're not on their land. No.
Ain't on it. Nothing.
They take it.
Job 9:24. What do you expect? So the script is
Bad, man.
the bag. There are all kind of extra stuff. And sometimes you see them walking around giving out pamphlets and walking from neighbor, and they have like a suitcase filled with all kind of pamphlets and books that they can give to people.
Where does it say it's a bag? You hate those tomorrow.
Huh?
Where does it say it's a bag?
Where?
He was telling
When you go look up what the script is, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not like the scriptures or
Yeah.
this and that.
Scriptures are bag.
Okay, let me go back.
it was really good.
Yeah. I don't see it. So the word says yes. I don't see the script, but I can read the whole thing.
So you see what the lady did, and she spoke to her husband, set up something for Elijah, a little room for him. You can know that he's a man of God. Verse 11. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear you, when ye depart thence, shake off the dust under your feet for a testimony against them. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. So with Sodom and Gomorrah, you see that Genesis 19:24. So they got that judgment upon them.
No, I ain't finding it yet.
I know you understand it's a bag, right?
Yeah, because he said it was a bag, but I don't see it in the scripture.
Right, it's not descriptive, but it's a bag. Because it says don't take no bread, right? Even in the context, don't take no bread. Where are you gonna put the bread? And when it says no purse, the purse is in your pocket. It's not purse like you know a purse today. Like
It's not a wallet?
No, it's not a wallet. It's money in your pocket. Don't put money in your pocket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sometimes we have like a little bag and just have some money in it, things like that. I don't know, just a little bag, maybe tie around your waist. Yeah, to keep your money there. So you see when it said in the scriptures, it said when Judas held the purse, so he held the bag and they did the accounting. So he took money out of it. So it's bad here when they don't receive you or hear you. Because Sodom and Gomorrah, they get that judgment ASAP. Gonna get a one.
Yeah, when you see a group of men dressed like they're the same, the guys in purple, the guys in white, and the gay belt, they will get a different, you know. I had to hear somebody. Come in for a while. I do it. Go ahead, brother. I bring the bar with me.
Okay, I was looking for something, but yeah.
So you at
I'm at verse 12 now. Yeah, Genesis 19:24 about Sodom and Gomorrah's judgment. So verse 12. And they went out and preached that men should repent. His men is Israel should repent. Just like you went on Matthew 10:5 and 6. Because he's sending them the Israelites, not just anybody. Just want to read it quickly. Matthew 10:5 and 6. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and any city of the Samaritan enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then preach, heal the sick, cleanse the leper, raise the dead, and so on and so forth. Verse 12. And they went out and preached that men should repent. And they cast out many devils and anointed with oil many that were sick and healed them. Verse 14. And King Herod heard of him, which is Jesus, Yahushua, for his name was spread abroad. And he said that John the Baptist was raised from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. So they think that is John the Baptist coming back, but it's not. It's Yahushua Mashiach. Verse 14. Others said that it is Elias, and others said that it is a prophet, or as one of the prophets. So even they're saying that even some other religion might say that Jesus is just one of the prophets, and they want to choose there are people to say that they're the last prophet and all that, so on and so forth. But the prophet that comes comes only of Israel, the prophets. I don't want to mention that religion. Verse 16. But when Herod heard, therefore he said, It is John, whom I beheaded. He is risen from the dead. So that's that proud spirit. He said, Whom I beheaded.
But he was really
did.
scared of John.
He was. He said too. He was afraid of him.
But he had to live up to his oath.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to do what he did, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you were reading ahead.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
in class, right? He was I feel bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Khan Samat.
So just for the cars for times dispensation of time, right? So back in Mark, the first chapter, and the 14th verse. Mark 1:14.
Verse 16, right?
Huh?
For verse 16?
Here we go.
It's not really just, you can single 160, but it's not really 16.
So he's going down to prison.
Yeah, so it says in Mark 1:14, now it says, now after that John was put in prison, Yahushua came into Galilee preaching the gospel of the kingdom of God, right? So this is the first chapter.
Mark
So
1:14.
we jump all the way to the 6th chapter, and now we find out that John is already dead. Right? He already beheaded. But in the storyline, we didn't get that part. Now we're just getting it, and it's in a retrospect.
Yeah.
Right? That already happened, and that's what we're getting now. We're getting, hold on, is that John risen from the dead? You say this, so if you was reading this by itself, you say, well, when did John get killed? We just saying he was cast into prison. He ain't even nothing happened. Now you're gonna tell me he's dead? Now it's like if you was watching a movie, you have to go. Sometimes they switch the movie into black and white, so it can show you, all right, now we're in the past, and then you start seeing what happened in the past, and then bring it up to current time.
Yeah.
So that's not. This is a little bit more, upfront with it, but that sometimes happens just in the storylines. You gotta pay attention to even how the story goes, how they'll jump in the past and come back to the future, or come back to the present. Jeremiah is like that. Sometimes it jumps one here and jumps here. Revelation's like that. Jumps here and jumps there, but you got to be able to stay with it to understand the context of the story of where it's going.
Verse 17. For Herod himself had sent forth and laid hold upon John and bound him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife, for he had married her. So this is what John had spoke about. All the heathens. This is what John. For John had said unto Herod, it is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife. It's adultery. Verse 19.
Meaning they had the opportunity to law too.
Yeah. Because remember the Bible, it talks about, and let me get the exact script.
You spoke to him, you can't do this, right? But the basics of the law, not to do sacrifice for the Most High. That's the basics on how to live. And then do sacrifices when they come back to life.
So Leviticus 24 and 22. Leviticus 24 and 22. He shall have one manner of law as well for the stranger as for one of your own country, for I am the Lord. So it's one law. When you go back to the kingdom, there's going to be one law for Israel and the other nation.
Right. So, so when we had those laws set up, in the past, it's kind of interesting how the Lord set that up, because even when you read, like you said during the service, when you read those laws, some of those laws was established, and we had not even gotten into becoming a nation within the country yet, right? So these laws, what you read in Leviticus and Deuteronomy, those was given to us in the wilderness. Mm-hmm. We wasn't even in our land yet. We didn't even have a heathen amongst us yet, right? Okay. It was just Israel. The Most High was setting up the doctrine, setting up the foundation of the law, so that as generations and generations came, and now you have a whole country, a city, you got other nations coming and dwelling. If they're going to dwell with us, they got to follow this, right? You're not going to have, this is our country. You're not going to have someone else come in there, and then now they want to do their own thing, and they want to bring in all these unclean meats, and they want to do this and do that. Nah, they got to follow our standard, right? The same thing I brought up before. When you go to their country, you got to follow their standard. Mm-hmm. That's their setup, right? So it wasn't like we was going out to other people's cities and countries like, all right, you know what, you're not supposed to eat that. You're not supposed to do this. Nah, they in our country. Herod was in Jerusalem. He was in Judea. And he confided in John as one of those people who was a prophet. So John is there and he's like, yo, you know you can't do that, right? You can't be having your brothers right. That ain't right. What you doing? What? So, brother, you know you can't do that. Okay? And it wouldn't be, and it sometimes even us individually, when you are, if you by chance are around somebody that's a heathen and you having conversations about certain things, they like, y'all never seen you eat none of them ribs that we always be getting, right? You don't be talking about the beef shop, but what's wrong with these ribs? Well, you know you shouldn't be eating the pork ribs, right? Like, why you shouldn't be eating pork ribs? What's wrong with the pork rib? Well, the Most High says in Leviticus and here 11th chapter that you ain't supposed to be eating anything that don't have the body. So you telling them that. Now, them being held accountable for it the same way as us is different, right? But you're gonna tell them to let them know. You shouldn't be eating that, shouldn't be doing that, dealing with that stuff right there. Nah, that's not right. I'm not partaking in that. So you're going to tell them that. You're going to deal with them. But John was someone who's the forerunner for Yahushua. So he was well known amongst Israel. So of course it would have had to have come encounter. Herod would have had to have known who this guy was, right, and brought him in to come and see what he was about and what he was teaching and what he was talking about. Right. John seeing like, yo, wait a minute. Ain't that your brother's wife? Oh, no, that ain't right, man. And keep in mind, what happens is when you have an authoritative nation over you, right? Their influence predominates what's everyone else's because they push it. It's like it's on TV, it's in advertising, it's in the clothing stores, it's on milk carts. They push that vibration. So unless you try to counteract it, then that influence may fall upon the rest of us, right? So you got to go out there and say, nah, that's not right. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Right? We're going to start doing it. In a few weeks, Halloween coming up. It's like, yo, we shouldn't be doing that. Why should we be doing that? Because that ain't got nothing to do with us. You don't know about the history behind that. That got to do a lot of pagan stuff. Got to be a lot of devil worship and stuff involved with that. But that vibration is still going to get pushed out, right? But and then someone comes and observes or speaks to us or asks us, or why I don't deal with it because of X, Y, and Z. Whether it's somebody from Israel, preferably, or even an heathen, right? You say, no, I won't mess with that because of such and such. So you would be almost in the same context if the opportunity presented itself, like John. You say something.
Like sometimes they might even ask you, what do you think? Right. And you're like, I know the law, and it's like I just have to just come out and say it. They may not accept it, or they may laugh about it and say, oh well, you know, it's the other white meat. You know? As you look at him, look what he's missing.
Yeah. Remember, I told you I had that conversation at my job. It was me. I was working with 2 Edomites, and the conversation came about just this. It was about pig, or eat swine. And when we started getting into it, it was one who was like a big advocate, like, oh man, that's all I eat. I'm gonna eat it. And then the other Edomite, he was sitting there. He was like, you know, he's right. Like what the Bible says about dietary, we should all be eating the way. I sat back and like, I shut up because I wanted to hear how far he was going to go. Right. And I'm sitting there like, yo, this guy, and he was starting contending with him. Yeah, I was like, yo, I ain't got nothing to say no more. I was going to let them go at it and see what's going to come of it. But he was like, no, now that I think about it, he's actually right. What's in the Bible is more important. That's more helpful for us. We should be eating all the stuff they got going on that they just give us. That's the right. I was like, oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Let me get that scripture real fast. Romans 2:15.
Yeah. I play people.
And that's where we come in. That's where the scripture that y'all can read in Matthew, the giving of the law and the promises, it's all given to Israel. So when somebody comes in and asks us a question of the other nation, we should be able to give it to them and explain to them because they don't have it like that. They have the basics. But as they have the basics, they need us to further their understanding of the scriptures. Right? And it's already embedded in them to understand it, but we have to be the one teaching and bring out the understanding. Right? Romans 2:15 says, verse 14, let me read 14, chapter 14. It says, for when the Gentiles which have not the law do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves, which shew the work of the law written in their hearts. Their conscience also bear witness in their thoughts, the mean while accusing one another. You remember when we were going up?
What's that, Romans what?
Romans 2:15, 14 and 15. You remember when we were going up to Jersey?
Mm-hmm.
We were saying about how did the king of Egypt knew not to sleep with Abraham's wife way before then?
What, Amalek?
Right. Way before then, it's because it's already embedded in them. You're not there. Wherever you go around the world, even if you're a heathen in any country, you know you're not supposed to sleep with somebody's wife.
And you said it wasn't written down, it was in your mind.
It's already embedded. It's already embedded. So going around, and also everywhere you go, people still do it, but they know it's wrong. And that's why you have people say, okay, you're not supposed to pick something that don't belong to you. It's in agriculture.
Right.
Yeah. You do it, you get prosecuted, you go to jail according to their law, but it's already in the script.
Put your hand on.
But the further understanding of it, we belong to us to teach it to everybody, to Israel first, and then teach it to the world so they can have a better understanding.
I was telling them about that. Bunch of bastards crying. Man, they go crazy.
I just want to get a.
But so all this law was written in everybody's heart since Adam and Eve. That's what we're saying. There wasn't no scriptures. It's just a word in your heart.
When you partake from the knowledge of good and evil, automatically now everything starts to come.
Okay. No scriptures written.
The Bible wasn't even written. The Bible wasn't even written back then.
Right. It was being written.
There you go, being written. He said with the other thing. Yeah.
Let me just read this very quick. Let me just read this quickly. 1 Corinthians 5:1.
What's that?
1 Corinthians 5:1. It says, it is reported commonly that there is fornication among you, and such fornication as is not so much as named among the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife. So the Gentiles, like certain things among the Gentiles, they were like, oh, you're not supposed to have your father's wife. But it's fornication. It was reported as something that happened within our people. There was fornication there.
Right. So those are things that we recognize we're not supposed to do.
Yeah.
Just like the people in Sodom and Gomorrah, they knew that it was wrong because it was in their mind.
Well, you know. But they do it anyway.
Send them boys out here.
There's nothing written down telling them not to do that. They just do it.
Just
like Adam got when he ate the fruit.
So that's why when it comes to a point where we're gonna be like walking law, right?
Right.
The kingdom, meaning we don't need to read the book to understand everything.
We know.
Everything.
Right.
Yeah, because a lot of times too, we just there in normal situation, and we know about, the law, certain things like, oh, we don't eat that.
Right.
We have dietary law and even our clothes, no mingled fabric. We could just talk like that and say, well, you know what? It's right. Even that's what we really have mingled, it's supposed to be 100% because it's better instead of putting two fabric together and all that stuff. You let it be 100% because it's better for you. It's true.
Not to drag it, but
Yeah.
when you read the scripture said, the Most High said it's a foolish thing to be even. Now we go back to learning the language. Now we gotta go back and read it. It's a foolish thing to teach us. We like be in school. That's things that we should do. Now we try to relearn all these things again.
Because even from first grade, you learn certain things, and when you go up to high school, you should know certain things, basic things.
But leave that man wife alone. When he get over
Yeah.
work, that's the way we live.
Verse 19, therefore Herodias had a quarrel against him and would have killed him, but she could not. But she couldn't do it, so since he didn't have, she couldn't do it, so she went to him, with his request, and she couldn't do it. But when he said to have him kidnapped, then he's like, okay, tell her. Her mother told her.
Oh yeah.
Verse 19. Because she's like, she didn't have the authority to put him to death or lock him up. So she let him do it. Verse 20, for Herod. So like she couldn't do it, but she had him do it.
Yeah, that's not like we would. I ain't gonna do it eventually.
Eventually.
It's not Jacob. It was Esau.
This is how women do.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
I just said that. She gets somebody else to do it.
No, it's not even that. It's and I always caution it. Like, now I want to say no, it's not sisters in the truth. It's more so women in the world. It's like they so quick to just react and very emotional when something small or whatever happens. Then it's like they expect the man to go handle that situation, and then what usually happens, you in a whole blown out confrontation with something, right? That's what kind of we read when we was in Esdras. And they were talking about what's strong, was it wine, is it women, right? Is it the king, right? For women to be in there, that's a big thing. So here it is, Herod, and he's John is saying, listen, that ain't right, Herod ain't wild out. What? I know, she over there, listen, you need to get him and kill him, like, he's doing all this stuff. And she's the catalyst behind it. And a lot of times, even growing up in the society, you'll see that be the case. Whereas sisters think very emotionally, and it becomes like a problem. They put the battery in your back. When men have to get to handling it, it's a different thing. It's a different thing because women can go and scrap and they can go catty and scratch. But when men get the beef, like when two lions go at it, that's it. It can get deadly. It could become a whole war. It could become a whole big thing. So here it is. He wasn't lying. He's telling the truth. Like, listen, where your husband at? What you doing over here with his brother? Right? So all that conversation going on, and it's making her look away, making her look like the whore, the adulterer, and everything else. Herod ain't saying much. He respect John. But here it is. Listen, she would have had him killed right down the spot if she could have had the authority to say, get him, slay him right there. He'd have been done.
You just called me a whore.
Yeah. Yeah, right? That's what he just called me. You better handle that. And you're like, listen, you was in your mind, you're like, listen, you was popping off at the mouth. You ain't even do all of that. Now I gotta go over here and address this man. And then now I gotta address him the way you want me to address him. And if I don't address him the way I was gonna be more problem. So I gotta go and say, fam, listen, hold on, what you talking? Boom, that's a whole other thing. Right? And it's gonna go from one instance, because if you beat his behind or do something to him, guess what's gonna happen? He coming back. He coming back. And it may not end until somebody got to die. So in this case, somebody had to die, and it was John.
And this happens. It happens, and this thing happens over and over. And I'll tell you a quick story, right?
Yeah.
This woman reported in the court about her husband beat her up.
Lying.
So now he said, you gotta arrest this man.
You gotta arrest him. And the judge was like, listen, we don't do things like that. We don't arrest people here. Here we hear the matter. And then he said, so let me call him so we can get the story. She was like, nah, that's exactly what I thought you were gonna do. Because he's your friend, you're gonna take up for him. He said, no, I mean, I gotta call him. I can't just talk to you and go arrest the man and then, without hearing the whole matter.
Yeah.
So now, when the man came over, and the judge said, because they friends, he says, why you, the lady said you beat her up and things like that. So what he did, he told the judge, listen, what this lady has done to me, man, she doesn't deserve just beating. She deserves more than that. So as soon as he said that, she just went off and they had to call the cops. So now the evidence is clear that she's the aggressor. Right. So he's been getting the beating the whole time. Right? So, yeah, see, he's been getting the beating the whole time, but he said that just to show the judge who's been aggressing.
Yeah, women like that.
Yeah, but I just want to reiterate back in like Genesis 38. So when they have two brothers, and one brother dies and it doesn't have a seed, then the other brother shall go in to raise up seed for his brother, like in Genesis chapter 30, yeah, Genesis 38, verse 8. And 8, and Judah said unto Onan, go in unto thy brother's wife and marry her and raise up seed to thy brother. And I'm just reading quickly Genesis 38, verse 8. So
Genesis 8:8?
no, Genesis 38, verse 8.
38.
So, but this is just straight up adultery. His brother's still alive, and and go, take his wife like that, All right, so let me continue. So verse 20, for Herod feared John, knowing that he was a just man and holy, and observed him, and when he heard him, he did many things and heard him gladly. So he respected John because he knew he was a prophet. Verse 21. Verse 21. And when a convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lords, high captains, and chief estates of Galilee. Verse 22. And when the daughter of the said Herodias came in and danced and pleased Herod, and then that sat with him, the king said unto the damsel, ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it thee. So he made it even he made it even more serious. Verse 23, and he sware unto her, whatsoever thou shalt ask of me, I will give it thee unto the half of my kingdom. So he has his dignitaries there, and he said unto half of his kingdom.
No, go ahead. Now the daughter dancing in front of him. Was he going to pop the daughter too, or what?
It's just a dance.
They just dance. So it wasn't like,
It's a dance.
you can have my daughter too.
Yeah, not the daddy, but them three sitting over there and them over here. They got green tickets.
What? I can't hear you. What's against the law? Well, the mother, you can pop the mother, that was against the law too.
Yeah, but it's a law against the mother and the
Yeah, he
daughter.
was happy. She danced for me. He was happy. Him and his boy. And then I also want to mention birthday there. But that wasn't us celebrating birthday. That was the heathen. So the heathen. So go ahead. Y'all was
Yeah, it's a dance, you know. Person can, you know, to be.
What kind of dance was it?
That was you just
It's a dance.
She danced with him.
Yeah, she danced. Danced.
Was she?
A regular party, no, regular party.
Yeah, it's just
All the
it's a dance.
dignitary there. Right,
High
she danced. She
priestess
just
there.
danced.
What kind of dance makes you
Not,
Oh.
not derogatory dancing.
Wasn't no sexy dancing like, you know.
everybody stop.
You know what
All right.
it wasn't that type of dance.
Yeah, it was. You know, that's kind of dance you did back then.
Rains and
You see the Ten Commandments when Moses was in there and the girls came out and danced in front of him?
and he chose one.
That's how they were dancing back then. What you did? On new dance? No, they thought they doing that provocative dancing. Just think about it for a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, there it is.
It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
What kind of dance was it?
A party?
It's a dance, Lance says.
What kind of dance was it?
Oh, just say the scripture says a dance. It's a dance.
And
Chief.
she's nice.
All right, let's not focus so much on the dance. Let's focus. It pleased
The
them.
dance is what got him killed because my cat was happy. After she danced, he was happy. You could give anytime. It must have been a hell of a dance. Anytime he killed a man for a dance, it must have been a hell of a dance.
You see the song he came out with?
Let's move on.
Oh yeah. Let's move on, please.
He killed somebody after that.
But why did well, we didn't even get there yet as far as to why he got killed. Because
Yeah.
even though she danced, it wasn't the daughter that caused him to get killed.
The mother.
It was the mother. The mother's
Yeah.
the mother's the catalyst from the start.
Yeah.
Right? So as you read on, you're gonna see what happens. He's not dealing with the mother right now. He's now just saying, okay, here's our party. She's dancing. We don't know what kind of dance it was, who was dancing with her.
Yeah.
The focus that the daughter was dancing, right?
And he was happy.
And he was happy. Yeah, it was his birthday. It was his birthday. It was dancing and festive and everything. He's happy.
But he was happy because this girl was his man.
Okay. So hold on. I've had kids. My daughters have danced in front of me before. I'm
This
like,
wasn't his. This wasn't.
okay,
his
hold
daughter.
on. Even fine if it wasn't his daughter. I have kids. My daughters have danced in front of me. They brought their friends over. They danced at the house. I'm having okay. Y'all having a good time. Do I want to be with them?
It's not the same dance, brother.
What dance is it? You
Yeah,
dance. I don't know
it's just
what
a
dance it is. It was just a dance. It's just a thing. And if you go back to what y'all mentioned in Exodus, it didn't say that after Miriam and the daughters danced, they chose women because of the dance. It never even said that. When you read that story in Exodus,
That's probably the movie. That's probably the movie.
oh, that's the movie. Yeah,
Oh.
the scriptures don't say that. That's just something.
This movies, you know.
I gotta get it here. Because the reason why he told them girls to dance, because Moses was dead, so he could choose a wife.
That's what the movie is.
Okay.
We don't know.
That's
if
the-
Hold
it's
on.
say that, though.
But it is like that in the Bible. It's decorated. When Moses went there, hold on time. Can I speak, brother? Can I say mine?
All right, go ahead.
You done did yours. Let me do mine. When Moses ran into them in the mountain, beat some guys at the well, and took them home to daddy. Daddy said, okay. And I have daughters here. I'm powerful here. Excuse me. I got daughters here. And they going to be at this event because he was selling stuff, cattle, sheep,
But
and all
are
that.
you referring to the movie or did you actually go back and
I'm
read the
going to
scripture?
here.
You read the
Right,
scripture and
Page 97.
That's all I want to do. While we say
Yes.
you go back in the scriptures and find what you're saying.
He
Then we'll
said, I
believe
got
it.
daughters
Yeah.
here. Go make me look it up
No,
now.
that's what you do.
That's
Look
what
it up.
you
Hold
do.
on.
You
I want you to look it up.
You can't believe everything in the movie.
Because what you started saying is it's right here in the Bible.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to say it.
You can't
It's
say
in
that.
there. It's in there. Ain't got nothing to say, but
Y'all keep
Let's
reading.
Let's
yeah. All right, let's continue on.
let's continue, please. Verse 24. And she went because she's like thinking about, you know, what should she ask, right?
Man.
And she, verse 24, and she went forth and said unto her mother, what shall I ask? And she said, the head of John the Baptist. Because according to the girl, she didn't know what to ask. But she figured that the mother would know what to ask. She said, the head of John the Baptist. Verse 25. And she came in straightway with haste unto the king and asked, saying, I will that thou give me by and by in a charger the head of John the Baptist.
Vicious. Daughter has to be vicious to even ask something like that.
Yeah, the mother.
Mother was, we know the mother's vicious. They go and carry out the mother's evil thought.
No, that's what the mother told her.
That's for sure.
It's
A
vicious,
little
yeah.
girl told you to behead somebody? That's, well, we don't know how old this girl was again.
No, let's not focus on the age of the girl. It's just that she did the dance. She went,
I'm just saying
she went to her mother, and her
whatever
mother told her
age
that.
she had to be just as vicious as her mother to do something like to carry out her mother.
Yeah. Verse 26. And the king was exceeding sorrow, yet for his oath's sake. That's what we should say, yea or nay. He says oath's sake, because he was in front of his lords, high captains, and chief. Yeah, among his people. And for their sakes, which sat with him, he would not reject her, because he's one of his dignitaries. And it's an oath. And it's like, you know, she said it and in front of everybody, and it's like, because of his oath, he will not reject her to see if he's going to really do it. Verse 27, and immediately the king sent an executioner and commanded his head to be brought, and he went and beheaded him in the prison. Behead him in prison. Verse 28, and brought his head in a charger and gave it to the damsel, and the damsel gave it to her mother. So they feel satisfied. So John the Baptist is in prison. He's not going to be around anymore to tell her whatever, this and that. So it's like, oh, it's really John, you know.
Now, let's go right there. Now, that's deep. They cut my man head off, put it in a charger, and gave it to the damsel.
Yeah, she brought it to her mother.
She had to be
We're right there, like now, today.
to walk around with a head, and you can walk around with a head. She had to be heartless too. Damn.
Maybe that's why her daughter was like that.
Think so?
Walk around with a person's head in the back? Come on, man. She had to be, you know what I mean? That couldn't have been no little girl. She had to be mean and hateful.
It's not them. Like somebody go out and kill another person. It's not
the
them.
daughter now. They gave her the head. So we talking about, we don't know how old she was, but whether she was old or young, she's walking around. She's not a doctor, and she's walking around with somebody's head in the charger. She had to be ruthless. But go ahead, let's move on.
Yeah, it happened
What little
before.
girl you know can walk around with a dead man's head? They ruthless.
All right, that was
Something
in
that
the movie,
happened.
because he gave support of his daughter to Moses.
We couldn't fathom that with our daughters. We couldn't fathom anything.
All right, let's continue.
Hold on.
No, he ain't finished.
But
You said we can figure that.
Could you fathom this girl walking around with a person's head inside of a bag?
what
What you call?
Judith?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be the same thing.
That's a grown woman. She did it for a reason.
Right, but you know what? That was a custom.
Oh,
Custom
yeah.
of victory. So it's not so much, it's a custom of victory.
Right.
You know, you just win something that you think is worthwhile.
A trophy.
Right.
What about Goliath?
It's a custom.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
not so much. It depends on the culture where you are, right? It's to you now it might seem because it's not part of the culture,
Yeah.
but to them That's a big thing.
I mean, yes, it's a person, but even sometimes, just say right now, a lot of people just like, to go and kill an animal and skin it and take all the stuff. That's just an animal. People like will be like squeamish. It's like, oh man, I can't do it. The average person's like, no, I can't do it. So much blood and I can't kill like that. But I'll eat the meat.
Yeah, I'm thinking
But to
about
go there and kill. But this the
I
person.
don't think I can do it. You go down south.
Right.
Because I didn't grow up on a farm, so down south they do it.
Or kill a chicken. You ever kill a chicken?
Yeah. We had chicken coop at our house. I didn't kill the chicken.
Yeah. So the average person won't do it because they're like, oh, I can't do it.
Right.
You can't somehow.
To what? 2 points. To what McQuarrie is saying, this is different when you're in this type of environment.
Yeah.
Right. To speak to as far as for, like you said, you grew up in the city, so you're not accustomed to killing your food to eat it.
Right.
Right. When I was young, I couldn't eat the food. Right? But that's what happens. In order for my food to get to a point when I could eat it, it had to be killed.
Right.
But when I saw with my own eyes, chicken food, that changed my whole perspective. I was like, I ain't eating that. You done killed chicken. I saw the chicken as like a pet or like something like. But for them, for people who grow up in the South or who grow up in areas that's normal, you got to eat that way. Right. And number two, remember this was the ruthlessness is coming from the mother, right? Because the mother came and told the daughter, "Give me John the Baptist's head on the trial. I want the head." Right?
Right.
So then she went and told cut his head. I need that head because my mama wanted it. This is her mother want the head of John the Baptist, not her. She's not just taking it for herself to just be having the head. It's the mother that wants this.
She actually picked it up and took it to her mouth.
Yeah, but how do you know? Well, it ain't like she grabbed his head by the hair. It was in like a box.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see nothing. It's like, all right, here's the thing, and you're carrying it. Right?
That was the culture, like you said, that we was looked at as farm animals, and that's what they did to us back in the day. When we came over this country, the kids and everybody standing and smiling while they hanging and burning.
What did we
did that too, right? We did that too when we killed when we go to war.
Nicanor?
person that was stuck in
Nicanor.
Nicanor, yeah.
Right, because even today, because I've seen videos before online of people overseas and different things on YouTube. But like even today, somebody killing somebody, it's easy for us to go and just get a knife and just stab them up or get a gun and shoot them. Mm-hmm. But now if you ain't got that, and then the culture said, listen, you got to go cut his head off. Right. When you see somebody cut somebody's head off, like to cut somebody's head off, that ain't something that you just easily normal do. You got to have a different mind state. You just say, I'm just going to go and take a knife, cut his head off, cut through his throat and everything else, and the blood is gushing out. That's a whole different perspective. So we're not used to that. Right? That's why even as time goes on, the Most High is going to have to put a spirit in us to do some of the things that we're going to be needed to do. Right? We're not going to be of our own at that time. Meaning, like when Saul went and he met the people, the Lord put a spirit in him to start prophesying. He didn't have that normal spirit to do. The Most High put the spirit in him to do that. So when it comes time for certain things to happen, the Most High going to put the spirit or the strength in you to do what it is necessary for you to do. Now, granted, this was wicked, not to say that the Lord, said, all right, we put the spirit in whoever the executioner was, right? That was his thing. He went.
That's something he does.
That's something he does. But for us, because what you're saying is, man, she had to have a whole nother spirit in her to go even walk with that.
I'm looking at it as a woman. I'm not, but like you said, some women can be ruthless like that.
Yeah. And we talk about Judith and whoever else
David slew Goliath, but that was a custom. Once you kill the leader, you cut his head off to show your power and show that I got his head. Yeah. So now you the man.
Man, Judas them said cut his head and his shoulder off. They took his shoulder off because he was pointing and said he was going to do. They took his head and they took his whole shoulder off. They took it. All right, and they said, listen, take the head and put it on top of the tower. They did what they put on head. So when people come in, they see his head. Imagine you go to a city and you walking through in today's time and you look and you say, yo, they got a dead man's head on the doggone tower.
There's a reason why
I know that. I understand that. But still, in today's time, like how we thinking right now, like how you're not a farmer and you're not from the country, and it's not custom for us to be killing animals and doing certain things that normally is for them. When you go and you see that for people of this generation, they're gonna have a different mind state about it. They're gonna think a different thing. It's like, yo, I'm putting myself in a worldly mentality. If I walk in and I see somebody head up on the chart, I'm like, yeah, they went and fought the war, but they cut his head off and they put it up on the doggone fight. Yo, these cats is wild, man. But these cats is ruthless, man.
But in the movie 300, you know, the leader had the crowns on a string, all the crowns he had. He said, these are the other. Even Sennacherib, he's like so proud, you know, of all his victories, and he was gonna take us down. Never happened.
I mean, they had to do that back then because those people were scared of Nicanor, so they had to put his head up and to show people, yeah, if not, nobody cut his head off. Right?
All right, let's continue. Let's continue. And when his disciples heard of it, they came and took up his corpse and laid it in a tomb. So they heard about it, and they went and they buried it. And that was a righteous thing. It's like, well, you know, they took the whole thing. They're not gonna bury his corpse and use it. They take his head.
The little girl had the head. Mommy had the head.
They took his head too. His corpse. The corpse is the whole thing.
Okay.
Verse 30, and the apostles gathered themselves together unto Jesus and told him all things, both what they had done and what they had taught. And he said unto them, come ye yourselves apart into a desert place and rest a while, for there were many coming and going, and they had no leisure so much as to eat, because they were so busy doing the work, you know, healing everything. So look, a desert place where there's not a lot of people there, they could go in there and rest. Because when you know, healing and teaching and all that, and people, you know, thronging at you all the time, anything like that, you come to a point, you know, you need that rest time too. So not even much, you know, chance for them to eat because people kept coming to them. Verse 32, and they departed into a desert place by ship privately. Verse 33, and the people saw them departing, and many knew him and ran afoot thither out of all cities, and out went them and come together unto him. Verse 34, and Jesus, when he
wait. So you gotta
so people
that.
and people start to like see them
so
going
like, look, we about
privately.
All right, we about to leave, right? So they get in a boat by themselves, and people looking like, yo, I know where he's going.
Yeah.
And everybody just scatter like, boom.
Yeah, start to go
we gonna come around the other side.
Yeah.
And we're gonna meet them over there.
And they got there.
They got there. Like, yo, hey, we here.
He said that people ran.
Yeah.
People start to run. It's like, oh, he's going over there. Let's run over there.
I know for sure.
I mean, it's healing and everything, you know.
Yeah. In today's time, you only see they would only do that for somebody who's like a celebrity, like if it was Beyonce or somebody like, all right, well, I'm about to take leave and we're going on to the other side because they probably know the path of the ship. You know, all right, that's where they go out. We're gonna meet them on the other side. They only do that for, you know, celebrities or something like that. You can't see it in today's time. Unless the spirit guy is working with it, both sides just has a vibration going with it, like that in tune with the teaching with the Lord.
Yeah. The people know if you get here on this, there's only one place you can be going right now. Based on the, you know, the ship that they got, they ain't going over there.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you put it in perspective, right? For generations, that's like right now. Like for a while, from when we was born, that's all we've been hearing about is Yahweh, right? That's like the most popular name of a person that walked the earth is Yahweh, right? So he left. So he's still waiting for his return to come back, right? Not just even us, a lot of nations, even falsely, but a lot of nations waiting. So back then, when Yahushua came, they had also been waiting for the Messiah to come, and he came at a time when they was in captivity, right? So now it's like the proving. Everybody's like, yo, he's the one, he's the one, he's the one. He's doing miracles, he's doing all these different types of things, and the things that he's teaching is on another level. Like I said, he taught as not one like the scribes. So when you have somebody like that in the midst, right? But people saying, listen, he is the son of the Most High. He is the king, the son of David. That goes back generations. When you have somebody like that in your midst, then yeah, you be running through cities because you don't know when's the next opportunity you don't know when you're gonna see him again.
Yeah.
Right? You don't know what he can leave, and that's just it. So you want to have as much time and opportunity with him as possible. So yeah, you be running through the cities and the byways and the highways and anything to get to the other side of where he at, so I can maximize my time. Right?
Yeah. Because yeah, I'm even thinking about the man that the well was, the place was people getting the healing,
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of people going there, and the man who was they pull a shell on people like flooding there,
Yeah.
and he got a chance to, and Jesus was right there,
Yeah.
and they got that healing from Jesus right then and there.
Right. Even knowing they may not everybody know who he was, like he was the outside, but they knew was the guy that's walking around doing miracles. Right?
Yeah.
And the guy that's walking around doing miracles, he's in town. He's in town. So now's your chance. If you have any problem, now's your chance.
And then you got people who just want to see something.
Yeah.
It's like there's a crowd over there. What everybody looking at? Where everybody going?
Yeah.
Gonna go follow.
So he's like, the thing is that he was accessible to the people.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, you see, he's around like 50
Bodyguards.
men, surrounding. He can't even, it's like they can't even touch the hem of his garment or something, He's so, so protected. He said, yeah, a big crowd there, and he's like, you got all these men blocking him. It's like, he was there with
That's
people.
why he said, when it said the people were thronging him, like it was all the time.
Yeah.
And the Yahushua was like, who touched me?
Yeah.
And one time was like, who touched you? Everybody touching you. What do you mean? Who touched you?
Yeah, all
He's
the
like,
people
"Nah,
around.
I felt this one virtue went out of me. It was one person that touched me that's different from
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah, he was accessible.
And she was like, touch the hem of his garment, that's it for her,
I need
Cool.
his body, like the fringe of the bottom
Yeah.
of his garment.
Wow. And even the blind man is like, son of David, son of man, son of David. Because they hear about him, they hear the commotion of the people, and they couldn't even see it, but they called to him. Verse 34. And Jesus, when he came out, saw much people and was moved with compassion toward them, because they were as sheep not having a shepherd, and he began to teach them many things. Because the scribes and the Pharisees and the chief priests, they're up in the temple there. People see them maybe once in a while, they're not so much accessible to the average person. Yeah, because think of it like in a scale like he's here, people like he's here, and he's accessible to people.
Yeah, because that's why even when Yahushua went and had dinner at what you call his house, the priest and the Sadducees like, what are you doing eating dinner in the center of this man's house, right? So of course, if they felt that way because he was in the eating, of course they were not going out and fraternizing with those who they would think of as a basis sort. They thought, on the highlight, you got to come to me in here, and then that's how we're going to communicate and deal with you. But Yahushua said, no, I came to the sinners.
Yeah.
I ain't come to those who ain't had no need of saving. I came to them. So now he's walking amongst them, right? And he's treating them like that's family, that's brothers. They got so much faith, unlike you guys, that I'm going to always hang out with them.
I just want to read this quickly. I'm not writing it down. Luke 20:46. Luke 20:46.
What verse is it?
No, I'm just saying it out there. I'm not saying that. Luke 20:46, it says, beware of the scribes which desire to walk in long robes and love greetings in the markets and in the highest seat in the synagogue and in the chief rooms at feasts. Which devour widows' houses, and for a show make long prayers, the same shall receive great damnation. So the scribes, you can probably just see the scribes out there because they have their long robes and in the marketplace and high seat and all these things. You could just like, oh yeah, he's a scribe. But Jesus was accessible to people. Verse 35. And when the day was now far spent, his disciples came unto him and said, this is a desert place, and now the time is far past. Send them away, that they may go into the country round about and into the villages and buy themselves bread, for they have nothing to eat. Because the people just come there and they're there, listen to him teach and everything like that. They teach, and the days are about to end and stuff. Verse 30 said, me answered and said unto them, give ye to eat. And they say unto him, shall we go and buy 200 pennies worth of bread and give them to eat? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people. Verse 30, he said unto them, how many loaves have ye? Go and see. And when they knew, they said 5 and 2 fishes. So that's all they had. So you can imagine all those people who come in to hear the gospel and everything, people there, be with them for like hours, So that's all we have. So sometimes, in a sense that, we don't have enough food to feed all these people, we can feed with five loaves and 2 fishes.
It's like where they were, there wasn't any store there. It was
a desert place.
Right? And plus, it's getting late. So at a certain time, nobody gonna be selling anything. Everything's gonna be closed. So that's why the disciples say, man, it's getting late. Send them out to run about before everybody closed so they can get stuff to eat.
Yeah.
And now they have a problem in there, and before they start having a bigger problem because the people they've been there listening, after a while they need something to eat.
Because they probably was hungry themselves. They were like, man, we can't do nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yahushua had already told them, go out, don't take much.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, all we got is 2 fishes and 5 loaves of bread. Like, so they buy for us. Yeah, they buy, but listen, because they the one that came up to Yahushua and said it to them. So they probably started looking at the time. It's like, no, we gotta make sure we could. They got to go. We got to get them out of here. Right? Or we might have a problem on their hands.
Yeah, we don't have enough food. We don't have enough food for these people.
Yeah.
At least he didn't send us away though.
Remember what happened? Remember what happened in the storm? And in Houston, and Joel Osteen is like, I got my church for these people. And it was like filled with people, and then he wanted to take a collection from the people. He's not gonna use this money. It's like I need a collection. It's like
that's my offering. I'm not giving none of my
yeah, because with 5 loaves and 2 fishes, I mean, you can't. Either people see you eating, the people like they're hungry too, Verse 39, and he commanded them to make all sit down by companies upon the green grass. Let everybody sit down. Maybe people were standing up. It was so many people, and they were like, stand up and hear him teach. Let them sit down. Verse 40, and they sat down in ranks by hundreds and by 50s. So it's a lot of people. So different groups. And when they had taken the 5 loaves, he looked up to heaven and blessed and break the loaves and gave them to his disciples to set before them, and the two fishes divided he among them all. So it was a miracle right then and there, because you could see if the people, if they were eating the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, people would like see that they're hungry too. So it was a miracle that he was able to, feed everybody. Verse 42, and they did all eat and were filled. So everybody ate and were filled. So it's a miracle by itself. So, because the people didn't know, all they know that they were passing out food and they were getting fed. They didn't realize it was like a miracle of what they only had and how it multiplied so much.
They probably went home the next day and said, "Oh, let me get all that food from you. You know what? We ate. That's crazy. I can see you carrying the food up for long." Good job.
Yeah, all those people.
And Yahushua made it clear to the disciples how many bread they have and how many fish they have. And the disciple confirmed, man, you want us to go buy food for all that money and give them? So now they can say that, it was just some trick that he pulled. But there wasn't enough for everybody, but he did a miracle.
Yeah.
But the disciples knew, but the people didn't know. Who probably the next day. They said, "You know what? We ate like crazy yesterday. Where that food come from?" Right.
Well, verse 43, and they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments and of the fishes. So after everybody ate, they had 12 baskets full of fragment of fish. Verse 44, and they that did eat of the loaves were about 5,000 men. Verse 44, and straightway he constrained his disciples to get into the ship and to go to the other side before unto Bethsaida, while he sent away the people. So people came, they hear the word, and they get fed too. So it's not, this is such a miracle and such a blessing that, a lot of time, people go there and certain things, and people go make speech in some big park or certain things so far away, and people, I can't feed these people. Let's close up shop and leave right away. Let them go and feed themselves. But he did a miracle, a beautiful miracle for the people. Not just taught them, he fed them too. Verse 46, and when he had sent them away, he departed into a mountain to pray. So he went to pray to renew his spirit. Verse 47, and when even was come, the ship was in the midst of the sea, and he alone on the land. So he was on the land, and the ship was there in the middle of the sea. Verse 48, and he saw them toiling in rowing, for the wind was contrary unto them. So I even thinking about with Jonah and the men were like rowing and trying to get on board, trying to get to shore, and they rowing and rowing. And about the fourth watch of the night, walking upon the sea, and would have passed by them. So he's walking on the sea. Because like they were there and he was on the land.
And he was going to walk right by them. Is that what they say?
Yeah, and would have passed by them. So it's like, you know, they knew him, and it's like, and they're in the ship, and Yahushua, you know, it's just Jesus Christ is just walking on the sea, just walking on it. Verse 49. But when they saw him walking upon the sea, they supposed it had been a spirit and cried out. So, you know, they haven't seen a man walking on water. You know, they read about, I think it's Elijah or Elisha. I think the River Jordan, and they just like, and they hit the water and it split, and they walk on dry ground.
So this wasn't that situation. He was, walking on water.
Yeah, he was walking, but I'm just saying about the miracle, as how they would have read historically about, was this Elisha? Oh,
What do you want to say about that?
no, about Jesus walking on the water.
Why did you refer that to Elisha and Elijah? Because they wasn't walking in the water. They split the water like the Red Sea.
No, but I'm saying they split the water. Yes, I know, you know, what the scripture says it. But here, if they read it historically, they would have seen that, you know, they split the water and walk. And the water went hither and thither.
Right.
But here he's walking on the water.
He's actually walking on water.
He's actually walking on the water. So they thought it was a ghost. It was a spirit.
Right.
And they cried out. For they all saw him. So they saw him and were troubled. Because they never seen a man just walking in the water like that. And seeing Yahushua walking in water. So they thought it was a spirit. And immediately he talked with them and said unto them, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. Because normally you don't see a person walking in water and his disciples seen him. And this is a miracle that he did.
You ever been, I don't know if anybody been like on a cruise, something like you on a cruise, but you're on a cruise or a ship in the middle of the night, the fourth watch in the night. It's very dark outside.
Yeah.
You hardly see nothing. Right. Only thing, if the moon is out, the moon will give you light on the sea, so you can see round about. But it just looked like pitch black darkness out there, outside of the light that you may have if you have light on the ship. Mm-hmm. So it says they are toiling with the wind rowing.
Yeah.
So they in the sea trying to, the waves rocking everything else, and they battling. All of a sudden, you see a man in the midst of the rocking sea, walking on the water in the middle of the sea.
Who does that?
Yeah, if we was there, because keep in mind, a lot of this is, it's for the reader now, but for them, the 12, they're going through a whole lot, because they're going to be the foundation of the church. They're supposed to be set up in they understand Yahushua by and by. What they just saw, Yahushua just fed 5,000 men without women and children being in the number. Right? So if a man have 4 kids with 1 wife, or 2 wives and 8 kids, like all that count ain't even in there. So they seeing all this of what they just happened. And it's like that. And then sometimes when you're reading in the gospel, certain things have to be suppressed a bit. Like you really pay attention to what Yahushua was doing. This one entity doing all these things. That's why they wanted to go and rush and make him king right there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yo, this guy's teaching the way he's teaching. He's healing people from the dead. People is walking that couldn't walk. People is seeing that couldn't see. Who wouldn't want to have that person to be the king? Who wouldn't want to have that type of person to be their leader, their ruler? You got the Most High coming down saying, this is my son. You got all kind of confirmation about Yahushua happening. So then they're just going through little bits and things here and there. Now they're on the sea. They see him walking on the water.
Without a surf.
Yeah, without nothing. He just walking.
Yeah.
And look, and they said he walked by, like he was going to pass him by.
Right.
And you thinking, yeah, we're in the middle of the water. Who's this walking
And
out?
the wind is beating us.
Yeah.
And this guy
Yeah.
just walking
And
like
he's
it's
just
nothing.
walking like nothing. He walking. He ain't sinking. He ain't like he walking.
And he's not rowing in a little boat or nothing.
Nah,
he's just
he
walking
out
in the
middle
water.
of the
Yeah.
sea. Fourth night, it's dark as I don't know what out there. The fourth, and he walking by. And it's reading the scripture. They cried out for fear, like yo, what the heck is that? The Yahweh had to respond like, "That was me. It's me. Be a good cheer. It's me." Right. So
Yeah.
when you read it in like the Matthews or the other Gospels,
Yeah.
that's when Peter was like, Yahweh, can I come out there with you?
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing you do all kind of stuff. Like, can I come? Is it possible that I can do this too?
Yeah.
Yahweh brought Peter out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that like
And he was doing it too, and he doubted and started to say,
Yeah. And it's come to see that dealing with people, you got to do a lot to make them believe in something that you're doing. So Yahusha was trying to show him by doing all this miracles. And it took a lot, just to show them, he's Christ. Right? Because some of them believe, some of them see what he's doing, but in the back of their head, man, who is this guy? But I see what he's doing, but who is he? Huh?
because remember that he gave them authority to heal the sick, and to raise the.
Because it was a tough thing to see that Yahusha is Yahusha. That's why when he asked Peter, who do they say I am? And then when Peter said, you are the Christ of God, flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. It had to be revealed. But he had to show them so much before they can see that really done.
Yeah, by his power, they were healing the sick and heal them and cast out devils. They were doing that. Through his spirit, they were doing it. Even afterwards, when they saw him going up, and they're like, "Wow, he's going up in the heavens," going up, and they're like, "Wow." But he said that he's going to be with them. So after he went up, they kept on, healing and teaching and preaching and all that stuff.
that's an emotional. That's an experience. He was there. I was walking around, and especially the 12. Especially the 12, especially the 3. It's his favorite 3. Peter, James, like to be. I mean, he had other disciples, other apostles, but to be of that close to Yahushua, to be rolling with him, for him to give you the power to do some of the same things that he was doing, but just to bear witness to all that, man, it's like, I mean, just from the start of it, and everybody's drinking wine. There's no water. Everybody's drinking wine.
Yeah.
How did that happen? It's like, what's going on? And then it just starts going, right? People crying, and all of a sudden, Yahushua like, just sleeping. Like, no, he's dead. Sleeping. All of a sudden, boom, the child come alive. Boom, Lazarus raised from the dead. What kind of man is this? Imagine if that happened right now. But then again, you probably have some people running around saying, "You got a spirit on him."
Yeah.
And he got a spirit on him.
And they did
He got Beelzebub on him.
But
There's no way nobody could do that stuff. It ain't got the devil in it.
Yeah, but the thing is that even too that you have the 12 disciples and you have many people, witnessing this, and you got heathens hearing about Jesus and seeing him and everything. So when some people, people coming down the line and say, yeah, he didn't exist and he didn't do all of these things and so on and so forth. So yeah, people doing that time of his teaching and everything, they're witnessing. These are witnesses. People verify, people seeing these things. Even the Roman soldiers, when they pierced his side and they realize the earthquake and all of this stuff, they said this is an innocent man. So it's a sad in this situation, and sad in this day and age that certain people don't believe in him, you know. So verse 51. And he went up unto them into the ship, and the wind ceased. Just stop in it. And they were sore in themselves measure. And wondered. Walking when it just ceased like that. For they considered not the Lord hard. Yeah, they had before, you know, on a food water. And it goes right there in front of them, and then even what?
They believe with their spirit, you know, that is. Yes, we know this from the top. That Yahushua was doing, even that feeding 5,000 people should have, you know, ring a bell. Even after that, it's still there.
Yeah. It's a miracle within itself. So,
I'm gonna link this just to go over what I said.
for verse 52.
Yeah. So, the last verse 52. This is Luke, Mark 16:14.
Hold on. Mark 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna start at 12. Mark 16 and 12. Actually, start at 11. A lot. Mark 16 and 11. It says, and they, when they had heard that he was alive, this is the 11 about Yahushua, because at this time Judas is already suicide, right? It says, when they had heard that he was alive and had been seen of her, believed not. Verse 12. After that, he appeared in another form unto two of them as they walked and went into the country. So you read about that, I think it's in Luke, where he was walking with two people, but they didn't know who he was because he changed himself in a manner where he was unrecognizable, but he was with them. It says in verse 13, and they went and told it unto the residue. Neither believed they them. Verse 14, afterward he appeared unto the 11 as they sat at meat, and upbraided them with their unbelief and hardness of heart, because they believed not them which had seen him after he was risen. So even after all that has gone by, and he had already told them that he was going to be in the earth for 3 days and 3 nights, he was going to rise again. He had told them everything. So now when someone came and said, yo, he alive. No. Then two other people came like, no, we've seen him too. Right? Now Yahushua, he now comes and visits them. And he's like, I can't believe y'all, man. I can't believe y'all. Y'all didn't believe that I was going to come back. What the heck is going on? What's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Right?
Because before, what man had said something like that? That says
No,
gonna...
but it's not even what man has said it, but what Yahushua is getting at, even with the 12, like there's certain times when he did certain things, then he had to come back to them and be like, oh, faithless, just like, what is wrong with y'all? I just did this. This just happened. Like, what is it that I got to do continually for you to now fully believe? Right? So it would happen time and time again. So imagine now Yahushua saying, listen, this is what happened to me. After I done did this with Lazarus, after I done did this with the little girl, after I done did this over here, this man walked. I've done a whole bunch of stuff that you've never seen before. You done seen me walk in hell. I even made you walk, Peter. You was walking on the water. Who do you know ever did that, right? So after all this, it's like, what's wrong? Like, you doubted me again? You got to stop down. You got to just believe what it's saying. And you have so much confirmation of events that it shouldn't be any question after that.
And all that on your house is, like you were saying, it's a heavy load on him. Right? It's a heavy load because he's doing all these things, and then still, you got to bear with them not understanding what he's doing.
I did all this stuff, but they still acting like that.
Yeah.
That's how you know the Most High control everything.
So what verse it stopped at?
With all of it.
Con, somebody, what verse it stopped?
I stopped at verse 14.
14.
So
let me read this one verse. Anyway. Let me write it down before.
So even with Yahushua, even though he was walking with them, he also had to deal with a lot of load, but the Most High was with him to help him carry through. But he still was dealing with,
Right. Because they spirit of the weed. And we do all this stuff with them. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with that? Nobody told me how to do anything.
Say Yeshaya. Yeah, read it for me. John 6, verse 66. Six and 6 and 68.
6:66.
Yeah.
And the time many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then said Jesus unto the 12, will you also go away? Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life.
So, so some of the disciples didn't want to walk with him, And it's like, where we going to go? He has the words of eternal life. So some of the disciples, went through certain things, and they saw certain things, and, they're like, regular, Israelite human being. We believe certain things, and then they start to pull back. Can you imagine that? Some of the people say, yeah, I'll never do this. I'll never deny you. I know, like, the cock crowed. It's like Peter is like, oh, I did it.
right. You see who answered. Peter answered.
Yeah.
Peter understood who he was. But you can't speak for the rest of the 12. Even though they were walking with him. But Peter actually understood.
Yeah. So when then the disciples dispersed, and it's like, wow, the Romans were terrible. And it's like, not me, not me. I wasn't with him, and so on and so forth. Then he realized that what he did. So, so some stuff, they were like hardened and disbelief.
Right. And even that will shake your spirit.
Yeah.
Because you have so many disciples walking with you. I would say 3/4 of them just get up and leave. Even after all these miracles are done, 3/4 is down. Like, man, I don't know. I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. Everybody done left. You know, that even though you got few, but the majority bounced. That would shake the 12. So that's why he went to the 12 and said, "So what's up? You guys down?"
Yeah, it said they went back and walked no more with him. So pulling back is like we seen this and we hear it, they were like, we're gonna pull back here.
Not to say they didn't believe in what he was teaching in the word. It is that now I don't know about walking with you like that anymore.
Well, but he told, did they understand what he was saying? Because they said, listen, when he said, he didn't eat my body and drink my wine, that's what he said, right? In John 6:66, right? They're talking about eating his body, or did they understand? They said, this is a hard thing.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Well, a couple verses before. Yeah.
Yeah. Verse.
Let's go start 55.
I don't want to go into too much because we want to.
Okay. But that's what started. But they understand how to eat his flesh.
Well, we can go through
Okay,
this,
let's do it.
Let's
finish that.
Yeah, but I like, they don't want to walk with him anymore. To a point they're pulling back,
Yeah.
But those are his 12 disciples. Verse 53. And when they had passed over, they came into the land of Gennesaret to the shore. So they came shore. And when they were come out of the ship, straightway, then they realized that, it's a house shine because they were rowing and it just died down. They thought it was a ghost or something. They realized they said, it is me. It is I. Verse 55. And ran through that whole region round about and began to carry about in beds those that were sick where he was. So sick in their bed.
It was more so about the benefits.
All right.
More so about the benefits than really of the outside.
Right.
As soon as you come in, yo, anybody
Anybody
sick here? He probably
I don't want to bless it too. Everybody hear these things. I too.
You feel the fool, not the one to be blessed. Who's the power? You know what I mean?
Even the lady was, with issue, she had the issue of her woman. Yeah.
No matter what he was about, they just want to be healed.
Verse 56. And whithersoever he entered into villages or cities or country, they laid the sick and besought him that they might touch, if it were but the borders, and as many as touched him. So people out in the street, they sick out, and and they were healed because of him.
same spirit is developing right now. There's people that come up and say they prophet. People
start building the people, go through those places and get that go back. Huh? He said, yeah, he'll do all this, so you know everybody start bringing.
No,
Yeah, that's going on right now.
who was this with?
Some guy who just writes something for himself.
In his word. We following Christ.
He's, you know, saying Christ, but I don't think he's following his word.
Yeah.
But his word did that.
It's working for him.
So, at the end of chapter 6 marks a half an hour break. Come back at 4 o'clock. Shalom, Israel. It's still the Sabbath, no cooking or heating up any food.